Evening, gentlemen.
Good evening. Just going live. We're doing it. Got a little intro planned. Let me just zoom in. It's happening really slowly. And cue music. Dearly beloved, we are gathered here today to mourn the death of Elite Dangerous. I'm not dead! What's that? I'm not dead! Yes, you are! Be quiet! Born in 2014 and died in 2022. I'm not dead! I'm only going into maintenance mode on consoles. There'll be new PC stuff. Hey, this is a gathering for console owners, not for PC people, so shut up and be dead for a minute. Oh shit, sorry. Anyway, the console universe was separated from the PC universe at an early age, having to go out and fend for themselves in pocket universes, unable to interact with PC commanders. And yet, it was a shared BGS. Someone wrote sharded there, I apologize. A shared BGS that brought us together in our holy grind. And while the console universes shall carry on, they shall be devoid of hope. Hope for legs. Hope for ground-based pew-pew. Hope for scanning plants. Indeed, they drift into the cold void of maintenance, a hollow existence of endless grind with no new content on the horizon. But they shall not be forgotten, for we shall stream here today in honor of all the console brethren that have had their dreams ripped asunder. And while we play Odyssey on the PC and try not to be too happy about the console baggage that was holding back the universe from hitting the next level, because that's gone now. The Consolians, without their port to commanders on the PC, are leaving the universe, retiring for brighter shores, and hanging up their elite badges on their land-based walls, proud of what they had done, but in despair for the hollow future that awaits them. Thousands of voices crying out in pain for a moment, and then silence. But other than that, things are good. How are you guys doing?
Yeah, okay, considering.
Yes, I am joined here on this funeral stream with, we have Takoso. Say hello, Takoso.
Good evening, people. How you doing? Hope you're doing good.
And we got Dark Heavy 8 here, too.
You have indeed, correct.
Yes. And in the comments, we got Tigger, we got Loot, we got, who else? Zakao. Oh, nice that your internet is back, dude. I'm glad things are going well in your universe. Hopefully you're a PC player. I do feel bad for the console people, and that is the big news, of course, this week is David Braben put out a notice that all future console development has been canceled, which is definitely unfortunate news. I do feel bad for the people that have been console players. There currently is you can port your account over, but from what I understand is they liquidate all your assets and just dump credits into the new account. So grind and discoveries and all that sort of stuff is sort of lost, and you got to figure, like, it would have been nice if they had kind of figured that part out before announcing, because I suspect that since December they kind of knew it was going this way, and they spent the last little while preparing the damage control plan. That's kind of what it feels like to me. Like, that's why we had no communication. They're like, we know it's going to be bad. What are we going to do about it? And I was surprised to see that they didn't have, like, hey, if anyone who wants to port, here's a discount on Odyssey, we'll move all your stuff over. But they did say they're still considering it, and that, we'll let you know when stuff is announced.
I often think it's that thing of where's a few thousand of us all going, hey, what about this? And I think, that massive decision they had to make, and obviously really bad. They didn't feel good doing it. But like you say, one of us goes, hey, why don't you do this? And it's like, yeah, hopefully they can do that.
Yeah.
There's more of us. We're good at thinking things up, aren't we? So,
yeah.
That actually sounds like a double whammy to me. Which, okay, this is the first I've heard of it. Yes, I heard about no longer continuing the console thing, but it's like, yeah, we knew about this 4 or 5 months ago, and we didn't make any effort to transport your credit, your influence, your rep, your engineering, or anything over. No, you're just fucked now. Go back to square one and start again on the PC, bitches.
We're doubling the grind, new materials.
Yeah. That is absolutely odious.
No, I mean, it's been a rough year for Frontier in general. I mean, their stocks going down, delaying fleet carrier interiors, and Odyssey's launch being less than optimal, and now the fate of the consoles. And I did see a tweet from Dr. K. Ross, who was the one who designed the Stellar Forge, is no longer with Frontier. And she tweeted that she was surprised that this was happening because there were teams working on it. So it's clear that they were putting effort in and trying to do it, but it might have been, a technical barrier. Yeah. And, at least the Band-Aid now is ripped off, and now we can grieve. We can move forward. We can let go, or at least the console commanders too. I'm virtually unaffected because I'm a PC master race, so... I feel bad. I do. I sympathize. It does suck if you're a console commander, and I feel like, we got to do a stream today to console them, to get the spirits high, to give them something to laugh about, because it's not good news for them. And I've seen a lot of upset people on the forums and in Reddit and on Discords and whatnot.
There's some great screenshot people that are leaving, and it's like, I'm going to really miss their inspirational pictures they put up. And I think that's the sad bit is, no matter how many people are leaving, it's like it is part of the community sort of thing. It's really sad, but like you say, hopefully, while we move on, at least we'll all be on the same boat then. So that it's really been horrible last year, having the community divided in half. So it's been terrible. So.
No, I think even from the beginning, it was a sort of a weird situation where the console commanders lived. You couldn't interact with an Xbox commander. You couldn't wing up there was no cross-play.
But they only came in after what, a year and a half, 2 years, wasn't it? They weren't in from the start.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure the consoles was the game came out in 2014, and the consoles were somewhere around the end or third quarter of 2015.
Yeah,
but
I think everyone's quite shocked by it.
Yeah, but it's like they like not having that crossplay was always kind of odd. Like they were kind of separate pocket universes. Xbox players could only play with Xbox players. Not even like PS to Xbox translation, right? So I mean, it's one of those things where it wasn't ever optimal on the consoles. It wasn't ever like No Man's Sky can do crossplay. I play Rocket League and there's like PlayStation people, so that was already something that was a big hindrance. But I think the silver lining, and this is mainly for the PC people, is that and I'm sorry to say it, but it is true, is that the consoles, the difficulty to port them and to maintain all the different codes. When they had to design something, they have to design it and then try to move that over to consoles. And that was obviously holding Odyssey back, right? We would never get atmospheric worlds. We would never, even if they could get Odyssey onto consoles, could they then expand it? And so the hope is that at least, it can be a better Star Citizen supporter. And in Constellation, at least, the console game is going to still be there. But if I were a console player, it would be like, there's no hope for like new features. It's now just a grind. So I can understand where a lot of them are coming from, and it sucks to be there. But we're gonna. What are you doing behind that plant? I see you hiding behind the bush. But we'll do a little stream in their honor. We'll give them a fair salute for those who want to retire. Maybe one day in the future a console will come out that's powerful enough for Odyssey to port over, and there might be some hope in the future. But things are looking pretty bleak right now. So I did write some jokes. So in a bit, I've got like a whole stand-up bit about this, and we'll explore that in a bit once we get things kicked off a little bit. What's up, Tico? So I see you skulking around. Salute. Everyone's hiding behind this plant. This is a good hidey plant. It is good. If two people are sitting on this bench, you could just walk up behind here and hear everything that they have to say. There's also, you can sometimes get into this plant.
Look, we've got a red tinted plant edge here as well, you see. That's where all my graphics are going into. There's a bit of red glass here, I can imagine.
A bit of red glass?
Yeah. See that little rim there? Yeah.
Let's see if I can get inside this plant.
Oh yeah, nice.
This is a good one to hide behind. I know all the good bushes. And
you spent your time well.
Yeah. And Luke, you mentioned, did anyone read the whole text? There's going to be expand to the story. This means the Goyd's on foot soon. Well, I hope it does. I do have a joke about that later on, which we'll get into. But yeah, I've seen Obsidian Ant's video, and Yamix did a video, and a lot of people are kind of assuming that Elite is dead, and that's kind of the tongue-in-cheek theme of this stream. I'm not, I'm not unreasonable. I know that it's dead on consoles, and you're going to lose a large percentage of people. No one knows how big the console universes were. Like, what if Xbox was like 4% and PlayStation was like 6%? There's like 10% of the galaxy. Like how many people is that? 10,000? 1,000? I don't know, right? No one knows. It's a mystery.
No. Well, only Frontier did. And Down to Earth Astronomy, he did a poll, didn't he? And he said from his viewers, which is he had 20% on console and 4% on the next generation console.
Yeah.
So it's saying, he's saying if, which is really hard way to look at it, but he's saying if you actually only do the next generation, you're going to do all that work for 4% of the player base. That's the horrible place that the top brass are looking at things, aren't they? They're just saying, what's our investment potential, this sort of thing.
I mean, here's the thing. They didn't explain why, right? Like, David Braben wrote a letter and posted it on the forum, which, it's nice to hear from the Braves, but, it was very simple. This is what's happening. It sucks. This is very close to my large, bulbous heart, which is heavy now, like a neutron star in my chest. Actually, it wasn't that poetic. It was pretty straight to the point. And it didn't get into why, right? And I guess, maybe there's no need to explain yourself, and no one really cares why at the end of the day. It's just, this sucks. And it sucks all the more because it's been months and months and months of waiting to hear and what's the status, and you knew they were working on it, but it was never meant to be. And you know, I feel bad. I feel bad for the console people. And there's a lot of people that are angry, but you know, this is nothing new with Elite. This is the cyclical. The cycle of anger continues. Anger and disappointment.
I'm sure we'll all be furious soon. So yeah.
I mean, look, it's like I'm vicariously furious through another group, and it's always great to have you know, an outlet to pour that rage into. But you know, at the same time, it's you know, we'll do like an Irish Wake kind of thing. You know, let's celebrate the great moments of Elite. Like, it was still a good run. You know, even from base game to Horizons, 2015 to 2022.
Oh, yeah.
You know, I've never played any other game as long as I've played Elite, and you know, even if they were announcing the whole thing was canceled, even on PC, it would suck. I would be disappointed, but I would still be happy for what I had. The memories, the cherished memories.
It's run a long time in this game. That's the thing. It's quite crazy.
It's an old ass game.
It is an old ass game. That's the thing.
I mean, yeah. I mean, the only other.
I'm old ass as well now. That's the thing.
It's, you know, it's like one day Elite will be up there with the annals of Solitaire and Minesweeper. In terms of like, you know, in terms of the ratio of how much life you feel you wasted.
It will come installed for free on all new PCs, I think, and you have to get at least 3,000 hours in it.
Hey, Lone Star, by the way, they're not pulling it from console, I guess. And again, it might be open to interpretation. It was, you know, not detailed, but they're not doing any further development. So they're going to continue with developing Elite, but they will be developing only in the Odyssey branch, which means PC only, and they'll not be, at least at this time, working on porting the Odyssey expansion to console. Meaning, if you're on a console, you'll be able to continue playing Horizons. It will maybe get some critical updates, maybe some bug fixes that can get rolled in, but no new features. So, you know, this is kind of the end of the line. The Galaxy will remain as it is for the console communities. And if you want the new fresh content, if you want the Thargoid motherships and land-based combat and whatever the hell else they're planning, you gotta get a PC and you gotta convert to Odyssey. So that's why, you know, a lot of these console owners are upset, because, you know, they like to play on their TV, and everyone has a preference to system. I know I've always been a PC guy. I've never been a console guy. I had a Wii. I liked the ski game. I had like the Wii Fit board as well, so you could like ski on it. That was fun. I had like an original Xbox. I got an Xbox 360. It red ringed, of course. But yeah, I mean, it's like, we know that Frontier has already been having trouble with Odyssey, and this is like the big nail in the coffin for the console community. So it really sucks. There's no way of getting over that, but there are pros, right? And the big pro is that by moving to that one code base, and this is what I hope, is that we can see further progression. Like, go back to like early Horizons, when there were, you know, every quarter a big update. Like, we might have that with Odyssey, because they don't have to make the console versions and make it all work together with console. So, you know, for PC players, that's nice. But for console players, it's definitely been a big hit. Oh my God, Balones Energy Partners is doing an exterminate 12 members of Dangus investigations. I don't like that. I don't like that on the mission board.
Should we go and take them out?
I feel like we should. Do we have an equally? No, see, we're not even trying to kill them. I don't understand.
Yeah. We should start killing them just to make it better.
just kill them without a mission.
Yeah.
Spatula had a Wii. Why doesn't this surprise me? I had two. No, Wii was fun. It was fun. And I like the idea of like throwing the controllers. Later that kind of like got outdated. Like, I like the Wii bowling game. That was a lot of fun. The Wii Ski was also really fun. And then I had all like the Guitar Hero games for it. And it was a fun little console, you know. I definitely outgrew it pretty quickly, but it was
I I had a GameCube, which I love. So I've rebought one recently to play SX Tricky, the snowboarding game, because even though the graphics are awful, it's the best snowboarding game in the world, I think.
Yeah.
And with really good music. And then, Xbox 360, I thought, it's still working. I mean, it's amazing, really. Because
Yours didn't red ring.
no, it didn't. I don't know. We're really lucky with it. It's going after 10 years or more, something,
Wow.
And, still played Minecraft with my kids on this, I think.
Oh yeah.
And we got it on we got the Switch thing for the kids, and that's playing Minecraft. That is awful. It just breaks suddenly. So.
And Metroid Prime. That was a good
Prime. That was a good game. Yeah, totally.
I'll tell you.
There's a new guy here offering missions, I think.
Oh, is he?
Oh yeah, here in Pumpkinhead.
Excuse me, sir. Can I do some missions for Dangus? Who do you work for? Can I work for Dangus Investigations? He's a ghost pumpkin.
I have a mission for you. Do you want to find out who killed the console?
Who killed the console?
And kill them for me. I will give you a gazillion credits.
A gazillion credits? Well, I heard it was someone named Clementine Velasquez at Seidel's Forge in Balones, and I've got an assassination mission here, so do you want to go kill that person? And you know, even if they weren't responsible for the console death, then we'll just pretend they are and get satisfaction from that. How's that sound?
Yeah, but I actually identify as Constantine Velasquez on a Saturday night, so that would be kind of counterproductive to me.
I've just got a mission to deliver you a sedative sandwich here that will knock you out but not kill you, you see. So that if you'd like to get it, then I'll get 700 credits from Spatula.
So I was
fantastic.
Do you know what's great?
I'll take a bite of that sandwich.
Only if it's super toasted. But there's actually the reason that they don't have like that zappy thing was supposed to knock people out, but there's apparently like a rule, and I think it's a European thing because it's always a European thing. But there's a rule where like the rating goes up if you can kill someone while they're unconscious.
Yeah. Or you start, and again, if you can teabag people when they're dead, I think that changes the level of the game.
But but you can teabag people when they're dead. That doesn't affect the rating. See, the Europeans just like they believe in honor, and it's like if you're gonna kill a man, like stare him in the eyes while you do it. You know, if he's sleeping, then that's dishonorable. So it's a weird rule, but apparently that's what it's at.
I know.
Yeah, I've sent you guys wing invites or whatever, and I will share this mission, and we can go kill them, and then I'll do some jokes. I'll do some console jokes. And
Death and comedy. It's always a good thing.
It's a true Irish week.
Yeah.
And if you join up, you're welcome to come on the Dangus. I think how many seats does a Clipper have? 2? You can take your own ships.
I remember. Send us a team invite anyway. I don't know if I've got one yet.
You didn't get one. Hold on.
No.
It might be in your Odyssey.
Oh yeah.
No, wait. Never mind. It apparently did not go through. Or maybe it expired.
Sorry, I'm just going to have to spend 5 minutes running across the concourse towards an Imperial cutter because it's so large and I'm exhausted at the end of it. But hey, I couldn't run through the middle of it, could I?
Well, I forgot where the blue circle was on the Clipper. I thought it was in the front, so now I have to run all the way across the length of the ship.
Yeah.
Find that blue circle. What's up, Scrinsons? How you doing? And Bongo Beggins, did you miss your funeral? Bongo, are you a consoler?
He is a consoler.
Oh, no!
I miss him a lot.
Well, you missed the eulogy, but you can always watch that later.
You're doing your jokes later. I'm sure that will annoy everyone.
I wrote some jokes that we'll do a little bit on. It'll be fun. Yeah. Okay, I got Takosa in the group. Where's Dark Heavy?
Bongo's one of those guys that's been around forever in Elite. I mean, from the form.
That's true. An originator.
All these people is sad. I mean, yeah, totally. At least he still puts all just different games up on Twitter as well, so I think so.
That's true.
Like watching his rallying stuff he does. He's quite a good rally driver as well.
Yeah, I think my big hope here is look, it's a tough cookie to swallow, but if it means that the PC stuff can advance, cool. But don't leave a console man in the rain. You know, get them some way to port their account over to PC at the very least, right? And even there'll be some people that are like, I don't I can't afford this big fancy PC, right? So here's the solution, Frontier. Give every console player an expensive gaming PC.
Yeah.
And port it over. Just take the loss, and they'll love you forever. You know,
It'll be fine.
You got to improve that reputation, right? I feel bad for the community managers right now. They've had always, a lot of, handling to have to do, and probably now more than ever. So, be nice to a community manager. But I think Frontier should absolutely give free PCs to every consoler.
Fine.
And if I'm gonna make a promise that they will.
Braven could hand make them because he's good at computers, isn't he? He could just sit sort of soldering in his office, churn out a few million.
Raspberry Pis, just string together 26,000 Raspberry Pis.
Yeah, if they get Odyssey's rolling Raspberry Pi, it'd be amazing. Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I don't think this is the death of Elite Dangerous. I think a couple people have said stuff like, this sounds like they're going to wind down everything. Maybe there's a year of story left, and then they'll put the whole damn thing into maintenance mode. I don't think it's going to be that bad. It's definitely a blow, but hopefully something that will let the rest of it move forward with. And there'll at least be some silver lining in a mostly dour and sad, mournful announcement.
But you can see why the CM team were pushing to get an announcement, because they just had the console guys going, what's going on? And it's been unfair for it to go on so long. And again, it's made every stream so negative, I think, because well, they're going to be starting live streams again, and I feel bad because it's like this is going to, no matter what the live stream, they could be like, we're releasing ground combat with Thargoids, and people in the comments will be like, is that going to come on console? Like people still talk about offline mode. People still talk about the Mac support. You know what I mean? Like people still talk about Odyssey VR support. There are just some things where you're never going to get over it. It's always going to now be there in the background. People still bring up the old Kickstarter sort of things. It's just like, man, that's so long ago. You don't really got to move on from that.
It's true. And Dead Star, oh no, it's your funeral too.
Oh,
no! Well, we raise a drink to Dead Star and to Bongo Baggins and to the rest of the console commanders. We salute you.
We salute you.
We do. Ray saying 1% of console players, Dan Astronomy said that of his viewers, 20% of them are console players and 4% of them are next generation. So that's just of his players. So it might be nothing compared to what it is. Yeah. So we don't know.
It's a mystery.
It'd only be us that are on PC and everyone else is on console, and the game's just going to collapse.
Well, it's like I've never experienced Elite on console. I've always had the PC version. And so I don't know what it's like to be on a console or experience the game from the console. I can't imagine playing this game with an Xbox controller. I think it's incredible. Anyone who can, or even worse, a PlayStation controller, which I just never, my hands have never been able to really truly figure out.
Such a PC boy,
if this had come out on Dreamcast, then I could play it. But, remember that? So it's funny. This is why I've always been a PC guy, is because I had a Dreamcast. And that was my favorite system. I loved it. It was revolutionary. I liked it better than the Xbox. And there was that. Yeah, it was like and I saved up for like 6 months to get it. It was like my first big purchase in life, buying a new $450 console or wherever it was at the time. And within like 3 months of me buying it, they're like, yeah, Dreamcast is canceled. Bye-bye. See you Dreamcast. So I know what that disappointment feels like. I know the pain and anguish that our console brethren are going through right now. And all we can do is try to make light of it and make some ha-has, and hopefully at least that makes your day a little bit brighter in this gloomy news.
Yeah, because if, say, Sony had bought Frontier and said, right, we're just going to do it on PlayStation 5 now,
Ooh.
I would have gone mental,
Yeah, I would have wrote a letter.
I get it,
I would have wrote two letters.
I would have had to buy the PlayStation 5 then, which would have been terrible. But it's that thing.
Those two letters would have been F and U, Sony. So actually that's 6 letters, but...
Yeah. Then I'd go, okay, I'll buy one because I need to play Elite.
I mean, yeah, that's the thing. It's like, look, it's like if I were a console player, I'd immediately start saving up for a PC. But at the same time, it's like, look, even PC players, there's a lot for us to complain about. There's still a lot of work to come, right?
Man.
And I really hope that this is the low point. But I say that every time. But I really hope this is like rock bottom, and from here we get really big updates that really get people excited again, like that early bit of Horizons. That's where I think like the development really sort of peaked, right? It felt like there was always something fresh, always something to come back and check out, something for Obsidian Ant to talk about and whatever. Oh, and Alison Pell, I know, I agree. Elite isn't dying. It certainly has lost a limb, right? It's like it's cut off both of its arms, and now it's running around the room with no arms, spewing blood everywhere, saying, "It's fine, don't worry, I'll get better."
It's just a flesh wound. Come back here and I'll bite your ankles off.
Get back here, you coward, you yellow bastard! But it's like it's I think for a console player, I would definitely feel like it's time to start winding things down, unless they offer, hey, port your account over to PC and I can continue there. And I think that's the least they could do.
I was reading some players who've only been playing for 6 months. They're saying I've got a lot still to play in this game, sort of thing. So that's the thing, because in that first bit, there's loads in Horizon to do, really. But
it's true.
I know for me, like Odyssey was like, I need this to come out because I'm so bored of the rest of the games. So, and again, now we can blame all the slow development on the console people. The game will be amazing now.
Well, that's the hope, right? But the irony is it'll probably just continue as it is. The console really was just like a poor excuse, right? And Mopulator, what's up? You mainly use Xbox controller on PC because VR. So I've done VR, but I did it mouse and keyboard, and I found that was very difficult because I had to kind of keep peeking because there's a lot of keys on the keyboard, I never thought about using the controller. And Allison, you're saying it's like HOTAS, and that's what I eventually want to get to. I'm going to be getting a new desk soon, and maybe if there's enough room, I'd like to get one.
HOTAS is good fun, man.
Do you guys play HOTAS? Do you play HOTAS, Tokoso? How does that work in Odyssey? Like, do you joystick around when you're walking?
No, I go to keyboard and mouse for Odyssey because it's a shooter, and I find it's much quicker. But I do the shit when I do the SRV on my HOTAS as well. I did have a gamepad for the SRV because I like the analog thing for the brake accelerator, but then I just kept losing it.
Right.
It's like, where is it? It's on the floor somewhere coming dust. So I just use strangely fly on my HOTAS.
I like the idea of it. Like let's throw up a HOTAS when you're in the ship, and then when you get out, it's like a different form of movement, so it feels different, right?
Yeah.
That makes sense in a lot of ways. Tigger, you built your first PC in 1998. Damn. Yeah, I think that's around where I got my first. Like, I remember my first computer was just called a modem. And it was like a screen with a phone on the side of it. And hold on, let me just land because, ouch. Cool. It was a screen with the keyboard folded out from the monitor, and there was a phone on the side, and all you could do was look at bulletin boards. That's it. And then I went from that to like a 166 Celeron or something with like Windows 95. Remember those days when it was like, what was the pinball game? There was like that pinball hover game where you're like a hover car.
God, I can't remember that. Yeah.
I don't know. And then there was Hellraiser or Hellbender, the one that had, it was like the game Descent, but with like Gillian Anderson as the computer voice from the X-Files. I love that actress. Let's see here. Bongo is saying you have to memorize a lot of button combos. Pretty much every combination of buttons you can think of on a controller is in the game for something, I imagine. Yeah, like hold down left trigger, press left, right, BA2, and that'll bring up your menu. You mean back when they bothered with the lore that none of the current devs know? Well, I've heard the Book of the Thargoids is somewhere around there. They just need to learn how to read it, And who knows what they mean by story? Like, are they talking about like the corporate story of how much money we're making, or are they talking about like, advancing salvation and Azimuth and all that sort of stuff? I don't know, but we'll find out, I guess, at some point, maybe.
I hope we get on for Thargoids, because I do like shooting aliens. It's good fun.
I really do.
if they're like a bit insectoid and splat, that would be great.
I want it to be like
What?
Starship Troopers meets
You
like.
just like shooting anything in the eye socket.
It is, yeah. If they've got multiple eyes, I'll be really happy.
If Thargoids had like 1,000 eyes, Tokosa will be thrilled. Like every appendage, every spear and tentacle has an eye on it. Tokosa is going to be a happy man. But yeah, I want it to be somewhere between like Starship Troopers and Aliens, like the Geiger aliens, where like their blood is acidic, like because that kind of goes with like their ships have like poisonous clouds that will kill you, like caustic damage, right? I think that'd be awesome. Of course, you can never do that on console. Ooh, Commander Evolution, you're saying you use HOTAS and an Xbox controller. That's interesting. So, like, do you do HOTAS in the ship, and then when you jump on your feet, you start using the controller? That seems like a good one, a good usage. And Scrinson, you're saying Braben didn't mention about pushing the story along, didn't mention more content. I fear they'll just finish the story they have and then start work on Elite Dangus 2. Well, Elite Dangus 2, that's trademark, so they can't use that name. But would they just call it Elite Deadly and then Elite to go with the ranking
Harmless.
system? Elite mostly.
Elite Harmless would be great.
Elite, we're sorry.
yeah.
Elite, we'll do it better this time. Nielsenator also saying, so sad, got Elite as soon as it came out on Xbox, played for many years, I don't game enough to warrant buying a gaming PC. And yeah, I know there was one person who was saying they bought like a gaming PC just for Elite and like one other game. And honestly, it's like, one of my best friends, used to be a PC guy and just migrated over to console because it's just more fitting for his lifestyle. He can, sit in his living room and play games, and he's got everything all interconnected and wired up, and, his computer's in the basement. It's cold down there, and it's like, I'd love to play Elite with him, but even when, and I mean, like, it's not like console's going away, but even if he got it on console, we couldn't play together. It was a weird situation, and I think like the fact that it wasn't ideal to begin with, it's like that. I think that kind of puts salt in the wound for the console people because they never got a fair shake in the first place.
Yeah, so and all their development, their bugs have been hanging around for ages, isn't it? So it always felt like they thought it'd be a great idea. I hadn't really thought it through, something, which is a bit frontier-like, isn't it?
It's part of the culture.
Yeah,
it's built in. What do you guys running around? So we got to find this Clementine Velasquez. By the way, does anyone have?
They're in here.
They are. Okay, so we got to get
level 1 pass to get in here.
So we got to steal some profiles.
Guy,
okay.
The level 1 guy at the bottom. I'll see if I can go in. Or is there a window?
Dark Heavy, what are you doing? You can't open the door with that.
Oh, there's a guy here. The guy here staring at me.
Ooh. Okay, yeah. Keep him busy. I'll get his profile.
Yeah.
While he's looking at you, he won't be looking at me.
I'll blind him in the eyes with my torch.
Ooh. Got him. He's a level 3 too. We can go anywhere now. We can steal the power core here.
Oops. Yeah. So we go in here, and this is the command we can turn off the.
Takosa just slide off the roof.
Yes.
Like an icicle falling after.
We can turn off the alarms as well, can't we? You see, if you got level 3. We go in here.
Well, hold on. Don't let them see you go in there, because there's a lady here, the administrator, Addie Russell.
Yeah.
Should we just make sure? Oh, wait, hold on. There's another one. There's a guard.
Yeah.
Don't let them scan me.
I'll get away. She's level 2. Wait for that guard to go. You tell him some of your.
Oh, Dark Heavy's stuck outside. Sorry. Dark Heavy's like scratching on the door like a cat. Where'd you go? Come on in.
Oh,
come on in, Dark Heavy. Letting you in. It's like the cat scratching on the back door. Let me in. Okay, we seem to be clear. Now there might be a security guard in here. Hold on. Oh yeah. Okay, we got Nova Winters over there.
Shall I just run in? Oh,
I think we can.
If you go in there and just turn off the alarms, then we'll just kill them.
Okay. Okay, let's do it. Let's do it. We're going. Hello. Settlement alarms disabled. And also, there's a data port.
Cool.
Did you guys get in here?
No. All of them. But look, this lady right here is the one we want.
Oh no! Don't let her see me.
Kill.
Just Oh wait, that's Clementine. She's dead. You beat her to death. See, that's teamwork right there.
Yeah.
I'm just standing here in the control panel, killing people. Oh, here are authorization scans. I'll turn those off so we can go anywhere we want. I'm gonna clear my profile because I don't need it no more. Let me just catch up on the comments. Valor saying, we know what Thargoid environments are like some places, like in the Thargoid structures, and in the structures there are puddles of ouch. Really? I went to a Thargoid structure on foot right when Odyssey launched. I don't remember stepping in a puddle of ouch, but I know there were those like little bubbly things that when you step on them, they would, or shoot them, they would pop like little pimples.
Maybe they're incontinent. I mean, there's some problem with their bowels. That's will be the next big update. Oh, someone's trying to kill me.
I just had to do that.
Whoa, hey, stop that!
Oops.
That guy went down faster than the console players uninstalls.
Ray was saying he watched last week's Batman stream 2 times. It kept the same intensity.
That was a fun one. I want to do more Batmaning because I like imposing stupid restrictions on gameplay.
Yeah.
And the fact that we could only punch people or use non-lethal takedowns, that was a lot of fun. I enjoyed that.
It was good fun. I was amazed we could do it, actually. I didn't find a Robin voice, though. I need to find a Robin voice.
Gee Williker Batman.
Last year, I've got practice, you see.
By the tooth of Dragor, the tooth fairy, I don't know. But definitely, I need to find a new Batman voice that doesn't, like, kill my voice for, like, 2 days. Because that hurt my throat. All the growling.
Yeah.
I am the Batman. I'm bringing justice to
Justice. Bringing justice.
Ow, I need mincoins.
I am the knight. I am the Batman. It's like a very Christian Bale voice. It's very, like, exaggerated. Christian Bale, I think, hammed it up a little bit in his version.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you haven't seen the Batman yet, the Robert Pattinson one, I highly recommend it. It's a lot of fun. Really enjoyed it.
Me and my daughter are going to go next week, I think. Because she's really up for it. And everyone keeps saying it's really good, so
I liked it.
I like the sound of it.
Look at how big this damn ship is. Like, I could fit in the damn engine. That's so cool.
Yeah.
I can literally stand here. And what happens if I dismiss my ship? No, I'm not going to do that. No Fs for loot yet. The driving force in your PC has been elite focused for years now as well. Yeah, honestly, even when Odyssey came out, I knew that my old potato was not going to run it, so I ended up upgrading my PC to run it as well. And that is, you know, while the console people now suffer from lack of content, the PC people will suffer from probably needing to upgrade their system and keep current as the game gets higher and higher, right?
I'm so, like, my computer runs at like 80% of its GPU power, and it's like about 81 degrees C, so it's gonna blow up sometime soon. But I can't afford I have to get a whole new system, I think, which is a pain in the ass.
Yeah,
it's cheaper than buying a graphics card, which is insane.
I got a pre-built because, you know, when I got my upgrade, you could not find a graphic card on its own for the life of you. It was just the bit mining or the Doge coins were sucking up all of the graphic cards, and you could only get them really if you upgraded your whole system. It was time anyway to do so, but, you know, like, I noticed there's no PCI slots. If I wanted to add something to this pre-built computer, I don't have, like, the modularization. It's almost like a giant friggin' console. In that respect, right? Anyway, Pete Southall saying, I'm afraid with the end of console development, they will also not be making as much money off Elite. That's also my big concern is, like, are they going to now even deprioritize it? Because, yeah, we just alienated 20% of our audience. The remaining 80% is also pretty, you know, apathetic and vicariously pissed off as well. Is that going to reduce the amount of funding and effort that they put into Elite? I hope not. David Brebin says it's very close to his heart. You know, on one side he's got the pacemaker, on the other side he's got the control module that leads the key to Raxla. And I hope that, you know, again, that this very bad news is sort of like what they needed to move forward with at least the PC version. And maybe we'll see astronomical improvements, and maybe over time console players will go, hey, I'm pissed off about it. Yeah, I said I was going to boycott it, but this new content actually looks good, right? Odyssey came out. It was in pretty rough shape. I admit the first couple months were horrible. It was and you know, they made mistakes in terms of, like, pushing it out that were management mistakes, right? But it's improved and it's gotten better. And, you know, like, I still think we're approaching a year. since Odyssey was
It's
released.
crazy, isn't it?
And I thought that, I rewatched, I did like a stream with Yamix and Paroxym and Exegius. Just a lot of high energy on that stream. We did a round table right as Odyssey launched, and I was one of the people that said, it's a conditional yes. Like, I like where Odyssey is going, but it was very conditional on like, hey, I'm assuming that they're going to be dropping a lot of content. And, we did get content, we got improvements, they took out some stupid things like the scanning puzzle for exploration. I'm not discounting that, but it hasn't been the kind of updates that I thought it would get. So I hope that as we get to the year mark, I'd love to do another roundtable with those guys and see how things have evolved. And I hope that in the next couple months, Frontier can really repair the damage that they've done to the console community, at least by, showing how that helps them move forward. Because right now, it's just Frontier saying things, and they say a lot of things.
They say a lot of things.
Unless they say nothing at all for months on end. But yeah, they will likely push out what content they have in mind and finish the storyline, then put the game into maintenance mode. That was Yamix's theory, and I hope that that's not the case. I'm
dead.
I don't want to believe in that.
No.
Because I don't think they know how to finish their storyline.
Tom, sorry, it's fine, man.
Wait, what happened?
I tried to jump on. I jumped off a ship, but it was moving. I died.
Oh no!
Well, sorry, dude. I was going flyover, watch over.
Fine. It's fine.
Did you fail the mission? No, you're still in on the mission. You should be okay.
I don't mind. Yeah.
Death is only temporary. I mean, here's the thing: will the console development plans rebuy at some point in the future?
Yeah.
Like, do you think that maybe they get Odyssey to a certain point, and then maybe they go, okay, we finally figured it out. Maybe they'll have like 2 guys working on it for the next year. Maybe there's some hope. I don't know. Again, it's sort of like I look at like what Frontier says and I take it with a grain of salt. And you hope for the best, but you prepare for the worst.
Yeah. That's the whole Frontier thing, isn't it? But,
and I think, and Alison Pellis, like, a lot of people are feeling like that. They refuse to spend another penny. And look, I bought Planet Coaster and Planet Zoo, and I didn't really enjoy them, but I thought, I'll support Frontier. I will not do that anymore either. Like, to me, I'm like, it's almost like encouraging them to work on the other games. I even bought that stupid Jurassic Park game, and I didn't really enjoy that at all. It was totally illogical. It made no sense to me.
I think I've done that. I've not even played it, I don't think. But I will admit that I'm a complete, like, Chrome skins idiot. So I've got no money. And again, I keep buying skins for the guns. I can't afford it, but I love them. It's terrible. I shouldn't do this.
I'd rather spend money on arcs for skins or whatever, even though it's like, fuck, I hate even just saying that. I feel so dirty. I want to spend my money on arcs. But like, no, but it's like at least buying a skin in Elite Dangerous is like, oh yeah, there's revenue coming through Elite Dangerous. We can still prioritize it versus like buying Planet Zoo to support the company. Like, I don't care about the company. I don't care who Frontier is. I don't care who works there. I just care about this game, this universe, and that's it, right? So, it's like, I'm not going to I didn't buy the second Jurassic Park because the first one was a nightmare. I thought it was like an okay game that was like short-sighted and really confusing. Like, rather than like having some linear progression, it was like, go do this. Oh wait, what the hell? Why am I 942 kilometers away? What have I done? But it was really not very good as a game. You had to like kind of like do this island and do this challenge, and then you can do this island. Like it felt like it was just all over the place. In Planet Zoo and Planet Coaster, while marginally better, like I did have some enjoyment out of them. It felt more like they were giving me developer level tools that were overly complex. I had to place every bench, and it didn't feel like an accessible game, right? And it's like, hey, Elite is not an accessible game, but that's part of its charm.
Yeah.
Learning to play Elite is a time-consuming process. There's no excuse for like Planet Coaster. Like Planet Coaster and like whatever feel like games that a child should be able to play. And I don't foresee, like, I don't know. It's like all like 50-year-old British dudes playing Planet Coaster. And maybe they'll be able to figure it out, but I couldn't. I don't know. Do you have kids to go? So they play Planet Coaster? Do they indulge in the Planet Zoo?
They did like that one.
Were they able to figure it out?
Because if you play it on the simple mode sort of thing, it almost gets you half the park and you'd have to upkeep it. So it's more like a little sim. They like Sims, and they don't mind playing stuff. But then if you get into more, they didn't build much by hand.
Yeah.
So they didn't mind. They'll place things down, and then you can do the money for people coming in. They quite like that sort of thing.
Yeah, fair enough. And yeah, I guess I didn't probably play it enough to figure out that there was a simpler way to do things. I was like building every coaster from scratch.
Yeah.
It was really time consuming. All right, I'm talking to Tidyman, by the way.
Commander Bodman is saying here he's a Chrome Junkie too, and this year he finished my black paint collection, which is like I got that because I got the early buy of Horizons and got all the black skins.
Yeah, I'm super into the Midnight Black paints. I have them on like multiple ships.
They're terrible for screenshots because you can't even see a ship. But really cool
it's cool for role playing.
Yeah.
Being like a stealthy guy. And fishing saying Elite is dead on console anyways. Also, the ground content is garbage. See, like I that's where I agree. Where I'm like I don't think the console people got love in the first place, and so like maybe it's just better. Like when you're in a toxic relationship where the partner doesn't pay attention to you, and you're not getting really the attention that you deserve. Like it probably is best to just end that anyway.
Yeah, but that's the whole of Elite, isn't it? We're all this battered relationship.
There should be like an elite shelter that battered commanders can go to get love and support, And
that's
it sucks.
We're all in it together. Yeah. But I just really hope things do move forward this year, because I know at the Elite Meet thing they didn't do anything, but someone said they chatted to us, said that there is stuff coming. Which they say, but
that's the thing. They always say it's always that there's something coming soon and we're excited about it, but we have nothing to announce at this time. And to me it's like, okay, like that was cute and I make fun of it a lot. It's a fun thing, but it's kind of like at the same time it's like, okay, like you at least come up with a different line, or tactic or whatever, because it's obviously like it doesn't please people. It doesn't delight your customers,
Yeah.
But hey, I'm not a video game designer myself. I've never done a project to this scale, and I'm sure there's a lot of hard work that goes into it. And, I can only comment from my perspective and like what I would like to see as the end user.
I've only made 4 games that have a sort of virtual galaxy that people play within. You know what I mean? They're easy. on a global platform on different type of machines and stuff. Oh wow, that would be a nightmare job, wouldn't it?
Yeah. Well, it's all well, exactly. Elite does have a bit of a learning curve. You've got about 7K hours in Elite, and you're still one of the worst pilots I've seen. Well, you ain't seen nothing till you seen me. I might be one of the worst pilots out there if you put the scale of ratio on like how long I've been playing as well, right?
You make good use of your shields, though, Spatula. That's what you do.
Well, that's what they're there for. Is when you hit the ground, the shields will do the work for you. And yeah, you should see me blundering around, Allison. Well, I think that's the mark of a good commander is how it's like you don't have to be a good driver to get a driver's license. You just got to pass the test. And yeah, there's stuff coming soon. So Xmas, I mean that's it, right? Is like like the hyperbole. It's like I don't know if they do it as an inside joke still. I mean, the community team is a lovely bunch of fellows, and sometimes they do. Bruce in particular, I like his cheeky sense of humor.
He is really cheeky,
very sarcastic, and it amuses me greatly. I'm sure there are some people out there who get like uppity because of it, but I love a sense of humor. Bruce is Bruce. What is his name? Garrido or whatever.
Garrido,
he's my favorite.
Garrido.
He's my favorite because he has barbs, right? Like he will come out and make a joke that I'm like. That took some. Especially that was a calculated risk
as well. It's quite amazing.
Yeah. All right, so we finished the mission. We killed Velasquez, who was responsible for the consoles. So now console people have been avenged. Cheers to the consoles.
But some was saying they think their streams back this week. They're starting back this week with things. So I don't know if they are. I'm sure someone said that, that's quite a change from
Yeah.
So it would be good to get back.
Like it's been a while since they
take another week off to get over this week.
Like when was the last live stream they actually did? I feel like it was like before Christmas.
Oh, it's start of December, isn't it? They had quite a long break. Yeah.
So it's been a huge gap in not being able to see these people, and they're talking about moving back to the studio. They've got stuff planned. So, my hope is that you know what? We probably knew around December that we were going to cancel the consoles. We gave it one last ditch attempt, But
Yeah.
while we're doing that, let's have a plan for like, okay, when that unfortunate news is to come out, what do we do after it to kind of make things better? And I hope that they have a lot of stuff, not just like, you know, oh, like we're gonna have some community goals weekly. We're gonna build another bridge to Colonia, but this one, this one will be
tunnel.
This will be yeah, exactly, right. Yeah, tunnel to Colonia. But like, so it's kind of like, you know, I hope that they have stuff to come out with, because if they don't, then, you know, people will continue to spiral, right?
Yeah.
But who knows? Ray Mobulus saying,
Yes.
you return to KB plus M since you don't have the space for the hostess. Oh, keyboard and mouse. Okay, I get it. My flying sucks so much for now. I think keyboard and mouse is great. That's how I've always flown. I feel like a hostess is more for immersion, though. Like, you would feel more like I'm a pilot, you know? Especially with VR, I think that would be amazing. Because, like, even the on the chairs, like, the joystick is modeled. If you get, like, the X52... I think that matches really well what's in the game. So if you look in VR and look down, it kind of feels like you're doing it, which is cool. And
Feels like you're doing it as well.
Feels like you're doing it. I'm just flying, man. I'm freaking.
Yeah.
I'm a spaceman.
Yeah.
And Commander Budman, I'm pretty sure Bruce and Arthur told them, we're not going back in front of those people until you give them an answer. I wouldn't be surprised, man, because that's all that was like dominating every stream, every single time.
Yeah, I really think they said that because it's like they were facing this of having to say nothing, and it was made every stream kind of depressing to them. And then everyone's going, "You're not answering our questions," and it's like, you know, so I think they probably said, "Look, we can't do this, or something has to be done," and it's going to be crap. But you know, I think, I think Braben should come on and do a little, wear a Christmas jumper and do a little talk.
Oh,
he does.
yeah. I'd love to see a Braven stream.
Yeah. And say something that will never happen again. That's what he usually does, isn't he? Yeah.
This would be the stream. We'd be like, David, tell us, what are you excited about? Everything. Rocks, the sky, trees, air, molecules, sand on the beach excites me.
I think he got banned, didn't he? Because he used to say stuff, and they'd be like, "No, don't say that. We can't even make that."
David, why don't you just go back to your office and don't say anything to anyone?
Googling update will be great.
But yeah, listen, that's a good point. It's like, what is their strategy, right? Like they have like months of silence, and then they come up with some bad news, and then there's going to be an update 11. And honestly, like, okay, what do we know about update 11? We know fleet carrier interiors, and those are cool. But what percentage of players actually own fleet carriers? Like maybe 10%. And these are like your hardcore commanders who can grind better than I can.
Because the console fleet carriers as well are in the same universe. So what they should do is they should just park all the console fleet carriers at all the fleet carrier
administration.
Because no one would be able to get there.
Do a true like a true protest.
It'd be amazing, wouldn't it?
A blockade, if you will. That actually, that would be cool.
To be like a graveyard, which would be really poignant and terrifying. Yeah, but I think they should just plug the system up.
I did see that like all the fleet carriers from console, they should take it to Tionsula and create the Tionsula orbital graveyard, which is supposedly in the lore, but not in the game. But they could make that happen.
That would be awesome.
I think so. And then maybe that'll at least then Frontier will go and add that in PC. Imagine if you could be walking on a planet and see a crashed fleet carrier though, and explore the wreckage. Cool, right?
You think about these things, you see.
I know, because
it makes me get really excited. I've stopped making art in the league because it always gets me too excited. It's just like I want to draw it now. It'd be really cool.
It does feel like again, there was that era of Elite where the imagination could take you like, hey, you know, one day we're gonna have space legs, we're gonna walk around on our ships and get onto other people's ships and steal them and all of that sort of stuff. And now it's like you start saying like, you know, like maybe the bartenders will serve something. Don't get my hopes up. How dare you?
Yeah, totally.
My expectations are so low right now.
I just want an alcoholic drink, for God's sake.
Get your own damn beer! Don't piss on my fantasy!
It's like obviously all the bars in Cambridge, you can only buy like dodgy gear off the people on the bar. You can't buy drinks. You can just buy like weird broken radio parts and things.
So I did hear. Okay, so this is like aside from the fleet carrier interiors for update 11, there are two other things: a new mission type, and okay, we talked about this before. We were thinking, okay, is it on foot Thargoid combat? Probably not. They're probably going to do a build up to that, right?
Yeah.
Would it be like they did talk in the past about like doing missions for engineers to get materials? So that is a possibility. And then I think I was watching, it was like Down to Earth Astronomy. I don't know, I've been watching a lot of elite YouTubers lately. But someone was talking about that they had mentioned at some point settlement defense missions. The idea of like maybe a settlement being attacked and like, hey, we need people to help. Maybe it's that. I don't know. We don't know what the mission is, but we know there's a new mission type. And the third thing I heard, and again, I'm not sure, honestly, it's like, did I read this on Reddit, in a comment, in a forum post? I don't know at this point. I could have just had a dream about it. Who knows? So don't take me seriously. But I heard something about the bartenders will have some sort of new function that allows player-based material trading. For on-foot Odyssey materials. And I'm not sure, again, I don't know if this is...
I heard that.
True.
I heard that for the fleet carriers. That's what I heard. On the fleet carriers, they might be able to do... You could maybe set order. I want to order some digital design or something.
Right.
You could... I don't know. I'm not sure, but that's what I heard.
But something about, like, player-based, like, trading or something, right?
Is it a fever dream? I don't know. Do you know what I mean? That's the thing.
Yeah. It probably... But you know what? Like, let's just make up some stuff. I also hear they're adding new shoes, yellow loafers. Just like our buddy over there, Morris Rowland. We're going to get to be able to wear his shoes. Of course, this is just a rumor and not officially endorsed by Frontier, but look at those. They are already in the game, just like comets have been since 2014, but we can't see them because they're invisible. That's actually true, though. Do you know that? Did you know that?
Yeah, they're in the code apparently, but what does that mean?
As in like if you were to go to like Sol or something and like Halley's Comet is like in the game, just you can't see it, interact with it, or drop on it, but like the base code is somewhere in the script. Is what
does
so
that
they
mean
say.
There's like a data sort of in the system it says, are there comets? Yes. Is that what it means in the game? I don't know.
I don't know. I'm assuming it's a vicious rumor that someone started on the internet.
Yeah.
Until you show me Comet, I don't believe. But
it's one of those the rumors of old, isn't it? I think we've got to let go of the rumors of old.
That's true. Because again, it's like how many times there's been like 3, I think, main core development. There was like the Michael Brooks era, the Sandy Samarco era, and I guess Adam Woods is the current era. But it's like, who knows what kind of turnover you've had within the teams themselves. And you know, like you could have a completely new set of people working on Elite that weren't there at the beginning, so it's hard to tell. They don't open up about this stuff. Excuse me. Woof. The LTD gold rush before carriers came out flooded a lot of commanders' coffers. I earned 10 billion because I didn't want to be left out. See, Valor, you were the smart one. I remember thinking at the time, I'm like, I should do more of this while it's hot before they nerf it, and then I didn't, and now I don't have a fleet carrier because I'm poor. And it's honestly like I did some mining the other day in Balones, the low temperature diamond spot. I made like 6 million for 2 hours. Now, granted, I was not doing it properly. I didn't have enough collector limpets, so I had to do a lot of waiting. But it really was not like what I remember from the Boran days, right?
Yeah, totally. Yeah, it's now kind of everything seems to be equal. That you know, if you bounty hunt, you get the same as go mining sort of thing, which is crazy, isn't it?
Yeah, and I'd much rather bounty hunt than like hunt rocks. I mean, the rocks don't fight back, but.
And again, they mentioned in the past there might be gold rushes and that thing. That's what I'd hope for. Suddenly, one region has got really high bounties, or that thing. That's what they need to do, you know, because that makes the game feel more sort of vibrant, isn't it? I think.
It's true. A little life.
That's obviously.
If there is one lesson that I've learned from playing Elite Dangerous, Horizons, Odyssey, whatever, over the last 4 years, is when there's a gold rush, jump on it, kick the arse out of it before they nerf it. But, whether it's what's that, manufacturing instructions or modified embedded firmware or low temperature diamonds. If you find that exploit, kick the arse out of it, and get in and do it, because you know it's going to get ban-hammered, nerfed, whatever.
And I mean, like, look, I have done it myself. I have gone to the Jameson Memorial site and just sat there and instance logged and reaped the rewards. I've done it. I haven't felt good about myself. It didn't feel like compelling gameplay to log back to the menu and then into a different instance, but... Hell,
for sure. You won't feel good about it, but you'll come out richer on the other side.
I need the goodies. I need the goodies. I don't want to do it the proper way because the proper way is too annoying. That's just how it is. But hey, it is what it is. Didn't Dav or Dr. K say something about comments when talking about the making of Stellar Forge? Yeah, I think that's where it came from. This is like a long time ago. Like, this has been long-term knowledge, but still, even though the comments have been in the game for that long, they're still not there, right? So how many other little secrets? Like, someone found the Panther Clipper design in the code. There have been leaks and stuff like that of little things that hint at directions that never really branched out. And it is what it is. You sent who a pizza on their stream? Who did you send a pizza? And you did a large chunk of mining for paint in your carrier. Your alt account is pretty well broke after starting all the nerfs. Yeah, my alt account, Bradford, is pretty broke, and that's why I don't. That's why he doesn't come out much. There's a system where a bunch of stations orbit a comet. That's freaking cool. I want to see that, but we never will. But listen, I think it's a good time now to. I want to do my jokes. I made some jokes, so I'm actually going to change over. We're going to go to console land. So you're going to see on the screen, we're going to see, are we in console land? We're moving over to console land. We're in the console universe. And I'm going to do some jokes here for you. A little bit of elite, dangerous stand-up comedy. Oxy. Oh yeah, good old Oxy, man. He's great. I haven't seen him in a while. I don't know what he's doing. But all right.
He got a job, I think I saw the other day, which was amazing.
Yeah, I haven't seen him play. I haven't seen him in Elite in a while, but... I'm sure he's in spirit. He's out there with no canopy, heading to Beagle Point in a sidewinder in my mind. At all points.
Yeah.
But anyway, hello. My name is Spatula. I got to do something different. I hope this works. I'm trying some like manual animation here. But yeah, we're gonna do some console humor. So welcome to the club, folks. We're in the console universe, as you can see. It's looking pretty good. Looking pretty good for a barren wasteland. But yes, ladies and gentlemen, Elite Dangus Odyssey development was canceled on PS4 and Xbox. We players are still waiting anxiously for news. You guys on the stream can't hear the laugh track, but I put a laugh track on. I hope on the stream there should be a laugh track.
If I just got like pain silence,
if I'm like pausing, I'm not waiting for you to laugh. I've got like a fake laugh track. You don't worry about it. The jokes, some of them are just not funny. Okay, you don't have to laugh. I got this.
I hope this is a good hour and a half of this as well.
I've got a few of them here actually. So
yeah, good.
So yes, Odyssey has been canceled on consoles. Cancel culture is really starting to get out of control. Sorry, that was a delay on the laugh track there. Yeah. YouTube had to reload it. But okay, I cut it off a little bit. As it would. Like I said, not all these jokes are good. Now, Odyssey has been one small step for PC, one giant leap into a dumpster fire for console owners. Neil Armstrong didn't shit his pants when he stepped on the moon. He did it later in his retirement, as we all do. I wrote these very late at night, so just relax it. Console owners are angrily quitting, boycotting, and even demanding refunds. But on the bright side, they've finally caught up to what the PC community has been doing since Odyssey dropped.
That's painful.
Now, console players have said they will migrate over to Star Citizen so they can continue to have the experience they love, waiting for new features.
And bug fixes.
Yeah. Now, No Man's Sky is also likely seeing a surge of new players, customizing their fleet carriers while in VR, allowing elite console commanders to continue to find new and exciting ways to ignore their spouses and children. Honestly, it was a leap into a dumpster for all concerned. Yeah, it kind of was. Now, this announcement says that the dropping of consoles allows them to move forward with the story of Elite. So we can all expect a community goal in the near future, likely to haul computer components and build an agricultural megaship. There was a weird delay on the laughing. How drunk was I when I was making these jokes? Fairly drunk. Oh, there goes the laugh track again. I didn't actually mean to click at that time, but that's fine. We'll let them have their gigs. By the way, this is like a laugh track from a 1950s game show, so all of these people, I think, in this track, they're all dead people, like our console friends. Anyway, well, no, they're not dead. They're just in a coma, in maintenance mode. Anyway. Yeah, don't be offended, by the way. These are all meant in good humor. Even if you get offended, I don't know, write a letter to the manager. Anyway, so PC players are trying their best to be considerate to all console owners by avoiding talking about their AMD Ryzen 3700X 8-core processor, 16 gigs of RAM, SSD hard drives, GTX 3070, 56K modem, and Sound Blaster cards. Mac users continue to wonder what the heck anyone is talking about.
Oh yes, the original betrayal.
Oh! Now, console players, they say the lead up and the wait to the announcement was worse than the news itself. Shitting your pants can feel like a relief over trying to painfully hold it in for hours. And while not shitting your pants is certainly the golden standard, for console players, this feels a little bit more like someone else taking a shit in your pants while you're still wearing them. So I feel for these console players, I really do. I wouldn't shake their hands, but I feel for them. But all right, there's like many more. Okay. This isn't ending anytime soon. Asked if console players would be able to port their Commander profiles over to PC, Frontier said it's being considered. Frontier was then asked what it was going to eat for dinner that night, and they said this was also under consideration. And while they were excited to eat, nothing was to be announced at this time.
That's them through and through.
Now, as to why it was cancelled, they say the Cobra engine is difficult to work with through a port. And that's exactly what happened to me when I put a Cobra engine on my Beluga and tried to fit it through a mail slot. So I can totally relate. 100%. Now, this move allows... I wanted like a 4-second laugh track. I can only find a 6-second one. Anyway, so this move allows. Oh wait, sorry. So this move allows Frontier to streamline their code into one version of the game, so they only have to continue indefinitely delaying one thing.
Ooh, that's cutting.
Oof. Now, an inside source told me that the decision was mulled over and modeled out for months before Braben came into the room, said, "I'm going to boil you up," and proceeded to pour hot water on the consoles. This was the same technique they used to migrate the game to Steam. It just didn't work this time. That was a complex joke. Boiling water, Steam.
What you did there.
That one is a little weak. They get better.
I started reading the comments then, and I forgot to listen. So I'm sorry.
I'm not repeating any of these. I'm not repeating any. This is a one-time. I might put this little segment out as a video, but I'm gonna cut that. I'm gonna cut this. All right, what's the next one? Oh, this is a good one. So it was a difficult decision for Frontier. They had to choose between either disappointing their fans or pissing them off. I don't know how they were able to actually pull off both, but I'm impressed.
They did outstrip themselves on that point.
So David Braben actually wrote the letter himself, stepping up as the leader to deliver the tough news. And then afterwards he crawled under his desk for the rest of the day and waited for the community managers to leave for the evening. He was later spotted crying in the washrooms at a Tesco Express. I don't know what that means. Do Tesco Expresses have washrooms?
Probably, yeah.
Can you use them during COVID times? I don't know if they let you in now these days, but
if you're unlucky enough, yes.
I don't imagine they're better than gas station washrooms, but
they're pretty similar, I think, because they each have gas stations in them as well. So, yeah, they have a special aroma that's sausage rolls and petrol on it.
Yeah.
Sorry. It's far too descriptive.
This is when Frontier went work from home, and then all the console teams had to work out of Tesco Express washrooms. Anyway, but yeah, in the note, David Braben did say Elite was close to his heart, so it was no doubt difficult for him, having to then shoot his own limbs with AX weapons and exert said hearts that were close to the console universes. The community is still bracing for the lightning attack that will undoubtedly follow.
Clever that was.
I don't know. It's not. It's like real deep Thargoid lore. I don't know. People will get that if you're a new pilot, but Thargoids shoot lightning after you exert their hearts.
So after drinking, have you started smoking at this point in your drink writing life?
I wish I don't. I try not to smoke it. I try not to smoke in the club anymore. It's not the 2790s. Okay. The future of 3308. It's all vegan, and they don't let you smoke inside the club. Until by this time they would have invented a cigarette that was like fine to be smoked indoors and doesn't cause any malnourishment. Anyway, now Canon Science is reportedly analyzing the announcement for clues to Raxla.
It seems like maybe true.
It's true. The first letter in every paragraph actually spells out the coordinates. The fuel rats were rumored to be adding a new service exclusive to console commanders. Aside from delivering fuel, they will extract the salt from your tears and pay a fair market price. Try the veal. The Hutton truckers should organize a protest. Too soon?
What are they going to do? Blockade Hutton Orbital?
They're gonna honk their horns. They're gonna drive through. They're gonna drive through Hutton and honk their horns. That's a topical reference to the trucker protests in North America for all you Europeans out there. Now Yamix has already put out a video on this, and there's no profanity whatsoever. I've never seen him this upset.
Yeah. It's got to be bad if it gets to that level.
Yeah.
Now, Obsidian Ant also put out a video about it, but I completely forgot what his take was, as those soothed, dulcet tones lulled me into a trance for the duration, and I thought he was talking about Microsoft Flight Simulator. Oh, wait, he was. Now, of course, I'm still waiting for Down to Earth Astronomy or Exegius to put out a tutorial on how to quit Elite Dangerous. They still haven't done that.
Signing up for that.
You'd think the keyword strength would be great. You'd have great views per hour. I talked to them, and Ascorbius and Turgeon might possibly work this whole thing into their storylines, and I'm sure we'll see their videos in a few years. They take a long time. They do the complex animation. It's a thing. Now, on the financial side, Frontier's corporate stocks have been tumbling. Pretty soon, they might not even have enough for rebuy. An investor was witnessed approaching a Frontier executive saying, "This can all stop if you'll give me 2 tons of stocks." Woo! Woo! All right, what's the next one here? Where was I? Okay. The community managers are no doubt scrambling to do some damage control. For training, they were lowered into a cage of vicious honey badgers for an hour. Then they had to spend 10 minutes on the forum. Most of them preferred the badgers. Oh, tough crowd. Oof.
Yeah.
Oof.
Who dares go on the forums nowadays, though?
It's true. They're it's like a pack of vicious honey badgers. Now, despite
I love it when they go, "I've not played for 6 years, but I still hate this game."
I know. It's like I finished playing. I got all my ranks. I got elite and everything. I got my fleet carrier, and now the end game is complaining on the forums. Where was I? Now, despite the bad news, Update 11 is around the corner with fleet carrier interiors, so at least PC Odyssey commanders will have something to look forward to, marvel at initially, and then get completely bored with after a few days. Ba-dum-tsh.
You should work on their sales team.
Now, all in all, Frontier has had a tough slog. Odyssey was a rocky release for VR players and for the frames per second, followed by a large silence with stagnant community goals, stonks dropping, consoles out of the picture, and fleet carrier interiors getting delayed a couple times. Next on the roadmap, Jurassic Coaster 3. It's true though. You know it's fucking true. That's where they're going. Wait, don't leave. Don't leave. Come back. It's all. The set's almost done. All right. So that said, while this is disappointing news for console players, one console player's wife was quoted as saying, "If he wants to grind, there's plenty of dirty dishes in the sink that need doing." It's not quite the same sort of mission, but always take the reputation reward when it comes to the wife. Now, we hope Frontier continues to invest in Elite, but with this news and no roadmap past Update 11, only one thing is for sure. You can't unshit your pants, but you can get new pants. So let's hope that by shitting one pair of pants, we end up with nicer, shinier, less riding in the crotch pants out of this. Thank you! I'm here every Thursday after the tick. Yes. And I'm sorry if the material wasn't to your taste. If it wasn't, you can visit a material trader and ask him if he gives a shit. Pro tip, he does, but only in exchange for other shit. Or shit. I said ship. There we go. That's it. That's the set, baby. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining. Thank you for your time and attention.
Thank you, bravo.
All right,
Get the money, get paid, get out.
yeah, before the club starts rioting. All right, back into let's leave console land. But yeah, I was up pretty late, and yes, I was drunk when I was writing those. Some of them aren't very funny, but you know what? That's comedy. You got to test these audience. You got to test these in front of an audience before you know if a joke's any good. And what are you doing hiding in there? You're always hiding behind that plant.
Hiding.
Hiding.
That's what hiding is all about.
Well, that's true. That's true. You should do a skit, How to Hide. You remember that Monty Python skit? How to Hide. Dark heavy. He stands up.
Oh yeah.
Shoots him. That's how not to hide.
Your first mistake was standing up.
But yeah, there's a little Elite Dangus comedy for y'all, so I hope you enjoyed it. Definitely it was fun kind of trying to craft jokes. I've been watching a lot of stand-up lately, so I was like, I gotta take a stab at it. It's been a while since I've written stand-up jokes.
Thank you. Good.
It's fun. All right, well, who do we want to kill now? Let's do another mission for the Dangus. For this funeral escapade. It's weird because I see that Dangus is always wants to kill people in Seidel's Forge. It's like there's always someone to kill when you go there. Maybe not a takedown. Let's see what else we got. Collection, smuggling. Ooh, I like smuggling. Let's do smuggling. And Garrido Industrial Holdings. Do you think this was named after Bruce Garrido? Applause, people. Dead like our console fans. Yeah, this audience was about as dead as the console universe is going to be in a couple months. But you know what? It's all good. It's all good, people. There will be a brighter future with less people in it. But those people will be, they'll be like, the hardcores.
Clean-panted people. Man.
Clean-panted people. No shit in your pants. No poo-poo.
Poo-poo till next year.
My pants are clean. I mean, look, again, Frontier has an opportunity to make me shit my pants. They just need to come up with some really good updates. While I feel it for the console people, it's definitely for the PC people, it's okay. And I hate to be saying that again. I'm always trying to be considerate of and empathetic to other people and what they're experiencing. And like I said, I had that feeling of Dreamcast being canceled, and I remember being devastated. But
Dreamcast.
but it's
wasn't the dreams.
Things move on.
The dreams that never came.
Yeah, the Dreamcast was turned into a nightmare. But I remember, the memory of playing Soul Calibur, whatever the hell it was, and what was the other one? Choo Choo Rocket. There was some game called Choo Choo Rocket.
Wow.
I think the problem with the Dreamcast, you can actually burn your own discs. You're gonna tell Scorbs and Turgeon about it. Oh, please don't tell them. Don't let them. No, it's fine. I didn't run that joke by them. I didn't run that joke by anyone. So, but you know what? That's fine. You're public figures. You're allowed to be joked about. And it's all in good. Again, it's all in good spirit. I'm not making fun of console people here. I really do feel the pain. But you gotta have fun with it. I think when a bad thing like this happens, the best thing you can do is laugh at yourself, right? Kill Lawrence McCarthy in the Wangarati system. All right, we'll do it. And let me share this contraband mission with you guys. Can we each
I've-
share a mission?
I've
That
just
would be nice.
I've just had some fast time intelligence updates that Lawrence McCarthy was responsible for the death of the console release. So this guy needs to get shot in the eye
All right,
sockets.
we're going to take him
Nice.
down for our console brethren.
He's going down.
All right, but first we have to deliver some drugs.
You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I mean, you've got to pay your way, maybe get a little bit high, and then Lawrence,
Yeah,
you know, it's
yeah.
kind of like, powdery
Yeah.
bye.
It's like it's like after you murder someone, you need a good stiff drink to clear the conscience. We do that first. We're proactive, right?
Yeah, totally.
With Dangus.
Yeah.
We cleanse the palate as well. You see, so there was some hardcore drug delivery.
Because if you're drunk during the assassination, then you won't remember it as much.
that's fine.
Thanos slapped his finger on console players. If he was responsible, then someone else is going to have to deal with it. I'm not going after that guy. Big Purple Man? No, thank you. I hope we'll all be getting crossplay CQC. Looks like that obviously won't be happening. And that was a big thing where I'm like, CQC in general needs some love and attention. I really want to play CQC, and I remember a few days ago I was like, yeah, I'll just like go do something and log into the queues, because you can do that now in game. If you go like here, well, I don't think you can do it when you're in a team, but you can queue up while you're in the main game. And I was playing for like an hour and nothing happened. You know, the only way that you can... Oh, it's Crimson's in game saying 07.
Hey,
I will say 07 back. Like the only way that you can what the hell was I about to say? Yeah, if you're going to do CQCs, like get like a group of 8 people together and coordinate to all jump into the menu at the same time. You can't even you can only team up with 4 people, but like 4 is not enough to start a game. So it's like, even if you can find 4 people, you ain't going anywhere. Unless you do like the deathmatch without teams. But anyway, it's definitely something that could use some improvement, and something that I thought, again, if they're going to do crossplay even just for CQC, that would be nice. Then you'd have some way to interact with your console friends, except through the bizarre and mysterious BGS, which was shared among devices, which was odd, I guess, right?
yeah.
I wonder if that's what you see on the local bounty boards where it says like commander name unknown. Maybe that's like an Xbox player.
Yeah. That's the thing. Cross it out. Right, I've got to go and do family things. So
Oh,
sorry,
gentlemen, no worries.
But I'll catch you guys soon. I enjoy the comedy a lot. Actually, it's good fun.
Thank you.
I think we should regular every update. I think we should have a Spatula comedy
I
set.
do that. The patch notes and the patch roast.
Yeah.
I'll do a patch roast.
Patch roast would be amazing. Yeah, cool. But have a good night, guys. I'll see you soon.
Enjoy yourself,
Cheers.
Chikoso. Have a good one. Yeah, I can only stream till about 4, so about half an hour anyway. Because I'm going to see some friends tonight. I got my COVID booster earlier today, so the effects are just starting to kick in. I'm feeling great. Yeah, I actually asked the pharmacist, I'm like, hey, so after I take this COVID booster, I can go get drunk, right? Because I can't officially say that that's something I endorse, but yeah, it's fine. I'm like, you should work at Frontier, my friend. Your lack of commitment to to giving me a roadmap is admirable. All right. They need more people by having new content. No, I agree. I think, look, if you could make Odyssey twice as good as it is now on the PC, you'll gain more than you lose in the end. It's the console players who are really losing. And, again, even though the game's going to be there, if I were in that position, I'd have a tough time debating on how I wanted to continue. It's just, I get it. All right, so we're looking for someone named Lynn Bender to deliver some smuggled goods. That's a hell of a name, actually. Lynn Bender. I wonder what she wants to do with all these illicit goods. Now, usually these people that you have to deliver to, I mostly find them outside. Usually they're just hanging around. Hopefully we can find one. And then we can go assassinate the person that Dark Heavy investigated that ruined the consoles.
I'm doing some advanced reconnaissance stuff in Wongatararay. I'll let you know when I found them.
Wangarati. right, Lynn Bender, where the hell are you? Now, it's funny because this is an anarchy system and an anarchy facility. So even though I've got the legal goods on me, I'm not wanted. Like, I don't think that would hurt me if I got scanned. Okay, they're all the way over there.
Well, I don't know. I had a threat zero mission to take some push or hush to somebody in Dangus Investigations, and I just thought, hey, I'm Dangus Investigations, you're Dangus Investigations, you want me to take this to you, threat zero. And I got scanned by a guard, and she just shot me straight through the head.
Really?
And it was like, oh yeah, good point, I'm coming onto your base and I'm carrying drugs.
It's technically, it's technically illegal.
Yeah.
Well, let's see what Lynn Bender,
Yeah,
Lynn
well,
Bender,
yeah.
is that a man? Alright, I guess a man named Lynn, that could be a man name.
What can I help you with?
Lynn, I got a package for you.
Delivery. You have my thanks, Commander.
He's like, you have my thanks, Commander. Actually, I never looked at what that package was. What did I just deliver? Was it drugs?
Ricin.
It was contraband. Yeah, it was ricin. Here's a gift from Putin. Friggin' ricin is scary shit, man. I've been watching a lot of like YouTube channels on like chemical weapons and warfare and spy stuff and whatever. And ricin, like, that shit'll kill you. You don't want to eat
dude.
it.
I have a work colleague who grows it because it's pretty.
Fuck, really?
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's like you have to go through like a serious chemical process to get the whatever it was that killed Georgy Markov with the umbrella and the little ball bearing thing. Yeah,
Just
no,
got stabbed in the thigh.
through.
Stabbed in the thigh, and then 3 days later he's dead. And it's like it's just the tiniest bit of ricin can just kill you, and there's nothing you can do. There's no cure. There's no antidote.
Yeah. But yeah, you've really got to like know. It's a bit like Breaking Bad, you know. You've really got to chemical that stuff up to make it what it is.
Yep. I would not mess with it. I have butterfingers. I always wanted a career in dealing with toxic substances, but I know my limits.
Instead, you ended up with a career dealing with FDev.
I know, right? Well, that's the thing too. I'm like bracing for like. I wonder if there's console commanders who are so disappointed they're getting away from Elite and they're just going through their YouTube subscriptions, being like, any channel that's related to Elite, get rid of it, unsubscribe. I'm sure it's happened. I bet you that a lot of the Elite content creators, probably the bigger ones, are probably seeing that happen because there's probably some people that just don't even want to see it anymore. Like get it out of my brain. I don't even want to know it's there. All right, I'm heading your way, Dark Heavy. Wangarati 6E, is it?
That's the puppy. Yeah, what happened to Tokoso?
He had to go. He's doing some family stuff.
Ah, family. Of course.
Yep.
Oh, how was your stabby jabby, by the way?
Stabby jabby. Oh, the vaccine thing, the booster shot. It was fine. I mean, showed up at the pharmacy. Here I am. They're like, yeah, fill out this form. I fill out the form, and they sit me in the chair. I ask, doctor, will I be able to drink tonight? I can't say yes to that, but yeah, it's fine. Okay, cool. And then he, while he was talking, he stuck me with the needle, and then he's just like, if you want to just hang around for 15 minutes, you don't have to be. I'm like, oh, right here in this chair. He's like, no, you can just wander around the store. I just left.
Yeah.
It's
I think that was me on my second one. The first one, I was like, "Oh, I might fall down or collapse. I'm going to sit here and wait for you to observe me."
Well,
the second time, I was like, "Sit down for 15 minutes." That means I'm 15 minutes further away from my next beer.
Yeah.
So
that's what I was thinking. I'm gonna go home and wait. I'm like, I can still walk back to the pharmacy and be like, "Oh, I'm dying." Like but you know what? It's like the first vaccine I had at like one of the mass vaccination centers, and so it was kind of like this factory floor, and there's like a bunch of chairs laid out, and y'all had to sit there, and they wouldn't let you leave, right? And I'm like, you know what? It's the first shot. This is fine. I'll play by the rules. Second shot, and like I had a little bit of like pain in the arm for a few days. Like actually, it felt like I'd been punched or bruised or whatever, and then it was fine. The second shot, I had no pain in the arm, but I had real flu-like symptoms for a day. The day after, I felt really lethargic, very tired and sleepy. And then it was fine. It was like a mild cold. But that kind of showed me that, okay, my immune system is like responding to this, which is probably good news. And it's better than getting COVID. And so this third booster, from what I understand, it's the same dose and brand that I got in my second phase, but it's half the amount. So I do wonder if, okay, maybe it won't be as severe, right? So I'm going drinking tonight, and I don't care. It could enhance the experience. It could make me even more loopy. And that could be fun. But,
Is that possible?
well, with drugs and science, anything is possible. A little bit of drugs and a lot of science, or maybe it's the other way around, I can't remember, but, well, we'll have to experiment. We'll have to try both.
That's science.
Science is doing drugs. Yes, you heard it from me first, ladies and gentlemen.
And speaking of science, I'm just about to science the heck out of an encrypted signal threat 1, which is apparently where Lawrence is. Lawrence McCarthy, who put paid to...
Oh, is this one of the ones
console.
where you have to find them on the planet? Because I'm like, I don't think I have, like, the scanetary probes or whatever. I got close enough.
I don't know. He's or they are not at a base. They're on a thing. But I'm just going in with the dumbfire missiles of science.
This is where, like, you scan the thing and then it's like, oh, your target is in another castle. Please find him at Colonia.
Yeah, that
Shit.
kind of thing. Ah, well, never mind, Lawrence.
Oh, the comet is called Pareco. I'll check it out one day. I want to see that. Even if you can't see the comet, just see where the station is and see if there's any circumstantial evidence. Weird Science is playing in your head. I remember that movie. Weird Science. Who did that song? Was it Devo? Flock of Seagulls? Who did the song Weird Science? I'm curious.
Kelly LeBrock? Oh, she's the actress. I can't remember.
I don't know. Someone look that up and tell me. I love bands from that era. Alright, coming in on Dark Heavy Signal. Don't be scared when a giant clipper appears in the sky. It only means to help. With the
Yeah, no worries. I believe I've got Lawrence in my sights. He's just wandering around a crashed Imperial clipper, and he's not firing at my heavily armed and armoured chieftain. He's just standing there waiting for his comeuppance. So I'm thinking about toying with him.
Where is he?
Well, if you home in on my... Oh, yeah, good point. Should I turn on wing signal?
Oh, there he is.
Oh, you see him. Yay. There he is. Boop. Hey!
Let's see if I don't have to get out of the ship for this.
Upside down Scoopy.
I'm trying to hurt him, but I can't see him.
When you came in, I think you booped him into the next verse.
Did he fall through the planet?
I've no idea. He went somewhere.
Where'd he go? I saw him there for a second. Did I really just push him into the planet?
Yeah, I don't
It's
know.
like, your mission was supposed to kill him, not damn him to eternity.
Yes.
No way, it was Oingo Boingo? I love Oingo Boingo. That is Danny Elfman, award-winning composer Danny Elfman. That suits Weird Science very well, actually, that band. Oingo Boingo. Okay, let's try and land. Maybe we can find him under the hills. This is where I actually wish I had an auto dock, because that will seek out terrain that you can land on.
Oh, yeah.
That's not
sure.
very good at it. By the way, I'm at 4% shields.
No surprise there.
Hold on. There was a slowdown. Go back.
You got the blue spot. The blue spot! Yay! No!
There we go. I'll just put her down gently. And rock the boat. Yeah.
Half the time with
There we go.
with
You just
on foot missions is literally trying to find a place to land.
You just gotta find the blue zone, and then you just hit the ground and start rocking, and eventually your thing will work. Now, hold on. Where the hell am I? Where is his ship? His ship's over here. Okay. Did he really just like disappear? Lawrence, I heard you killed the consoles. I am here for vengeance.
Lawrence, vengeance is upon you.
Okay, there is the eagle. Eliminate Lawrence McCarthy. I mean, technically, it doesn't say kill him. If we do eliminate his ability to ever leave the innards of the planet, then I consider that mission accomplished.
Well, in the absence.
Oh wait, there he
Lawrence-
is! I see him!
Where's Lawrence?
He's right here. Hi, Lawrence.
What?
He's right here.
Lawrence McCarthy! Oh, don't shoot! Don't shoot! What's he gonna do? Let's mess with him.
Hey, Lawrence. Hey, Lawrence, we're your
Yo.
buddies. We're here to help
Yep.
you fix your eagle.
Yeah, Lawrence, I'm putting my weapon away. I'm going to salute you to show you that my hands are empty.
Look at him when he salutes you, sir. Where are you going?
Yes!
Where are you going?
Damn you.
Where are you
God.
going, Lawrence?
Lawrence?
What are you looking at? What are you looking at? Don't point your gun at me.
Yeah, you
that's
got
rude.
a problem? You got a problem? Damn.
You got
Damn.
You like that?
Yeah?
Oh,
Huh?
oh,
Ooh,
oh,
ooh,
oh,
oh, right. It's time for the tool. It's time for Lawrence to meet the tool.
Aw, poor Lawrence.
Yes,
He tried
well,
so hard.
Lawrence did see off the console, so
Whoa.
you know what?
What's this?
I'm going to put that away, and I'm just going to teabag me a little bit, Lawrence. Yeah.
Where am I on your screen right now?
Yeah. On top of the ship?
Am I? Because I'm seeing a little bit. I was just
Oh, no.
able to open
There you
this
are.
regulator drawer. Like, you don't see this? Am I like in the ship now?
No, you're outside it, and yes, there's a regulator housing hanging outside of the red panel.
Okay, so you're seeing the same thing I am, where I'm like, it's not like on the eagle. Oh, here's another one.
it's not-
That's great. I don't have my cutting tools. I can just like reach in behind and take the regulators. Though they're usually
Oh, right.
depleted regulators, and those are not really useful for anything. What happened to this eagle? It kind of got stuck on the ground, eh?
Yeah, I'll have some.
What you got in there?
I'm just looting Lawrence's box.
It's a box of sand. Oh god, I hate sand.
Yeah.
Summertime starts tonight. Less sleep. What do you mean? Summertime? Oh, maybe because like the daylight savings shift or whatever, right? That is nice. You made Oingo Boingo truck stop road food after a concert one night in St. Louis. That's awesome. I would love to see Oingo Boingo live. Big Danny Elfman fan. He's done some of my favorite soundtracks from Tim Burton's Batman all the way up to Army of Darkness. Tim Burton is, Danny Elfman is a genius. Of course, there's that one Oingo Boingo song. The one called I Like Little Girls. Now, of course, it's a satirical song, I hope. Not just like some weird crack-fueled 80s stuff, but it's a catchy tune. Just kind of disturbing subject matter. Go watch that video after this. You'll be like, that's award-winning, like Oscar-winning composer Danny Elfman singing about something weird. All right, well, shall we head back to Tidyman Dock?
That sounds like a plan. They have interstellar factors there, because I'm wanted now for the murder of a completely innocent person who shuffled off between 10 and 20% of the Elite Dangerous player base. But you know what? It's worth it.
Yep, his death will bring new life to the galaxy. We have avenged our console brethren, and now we may rejoice in our mourning.
Damn,
Yeah,
is
but-
it morning already? Jeez.
No, not that morning. Not like the morning with eggs and bacon. More like the morning with, Well, I guess you could have eggs and bacon at the funeral. It's up to you. What if you showed up at the funeral? Don't you dare clip that. Yes, I did say that, but that's the title of a Danny Elfman song, or an Oingo Boingo song, rather. Not, don't you dare clip that and send that out and incriminate me. But, you have to be careful when you're streaming, because people do that. They'll clip little tidbits, right? Like, this happens to the politicians and stuff. They say, like, a full sentence, and then you just clip the last part of the sentence. You can make them look bad, right? It's like, how dare you! Don't you dare clip that! Now, I'll try and clip the little comedy bit from the stream and put that on as a video or whatever. I'm working on... I finished the script for my next James Bond thing. It's about 17 pages of script. One of the longer scripts, which means it could be and some of it's like car chase ensues, you know, so like I think it'll be like a 20-minute episode or like 23 minutes, but it'll be worth it. But I'm gonna start filming that soon. I'm gonna do one more pass over the script after a couple days, and then get into the filming. And this one is going to be challenging. There's a lot of sequences that already I'm like, how am I going to do that? Or we have to get some people over there to help be stand-ins and whatnot, right?
Dude, on behalf of the community, there is absolutely not a problem with you doing a Spatula Dangus episode that has to be under 15 minutes, unless there's some kind of YouTube constraint. I mean, do an hour long or whatever. I don't know. It's your bag.
Yeah, I mean, I was thinking about that, of maybe one day, because I've always had this dream of doing Elite Dangerous the movie as a collaborative YouTube project. I tried to get this idea worm into the ears of other content creators around the time that we were doing YuleTube. YuleTube, if you haven't seen it, is a Christmas collab, which we did with something like, I want to say like 10 different content creators, although like people like Upsetting Ant lended their voice to play Chocolate Santa, which was amazing. And that was, I think, so far, in my opinion, the largest Elite Dangerous collaboration that I've seen, where we all banded together, and each of us kind of did like sort of like a 12 Days of Christmas thing, where every content creator did a different video and released them in the 12 days leading up to Christmas Eve, starting on Church and Starstone's channel, then mine, you know, Yamix, Oxy, who else was involved in it? Man, Shabuka. Remember Shabuka from the broadcast? He did a video. Like, just some amazing... Ghost Giraffe. Like, some amazing content creators coming together for it. Ascorbius. And, like, man, like, it was a large-scale project. It took a lot of work, a lot of wrangling. Greytest was behind a lot of that organization behind the scenes. We haven't done one since, and I would love to eventually do like a feature-length movie, like 90 to 100 minutes. That's like an Elite Dangerous movie that follows the journey. I would imagine it doing like, what's his name, who did Paul Haggis, like the movie Crash or something, where it's like a bunch of different commanders and their stories kind of intertwine, right? Like they each have their own branch, and then it's like, how is it going to come together? I think that would be super cool. And then like, you also divide up the labor where like different content creators can do different segments, and you only really need to kind of come together in the end. Josh Hawkins. Did Josh Hawkins do anything in YuleTube? I don't think he did a video, but was he a cameo? I feel like he might have. Shabuka's one was really good. I miss Shabuka. He's a funny guy. But he had a kid, and I think he does like race car stuff, which is pretty cool. I wonder if he'll do that F1 game that like Frontier's releasing. Though I don't think it's a racing simulator. I think it's like a management game, which I suppose fills a niche. All right, landing on. What? Why we? Who's bumping me? Is there someone bumping me? Did I just bump myself? Ghost bumps. Hold on, where'd my pad go? Hold on, I am totally lost. How did that happen? How did I get that lost? The COVID vaccine is kicking in. Oh, flight assist off. That's why I'm like going all over the place. Okay. Landing is a simple thing that I probably should know how to do by now at this stage of the game. How long have you played Elite Dangerous? According to Steam, let me tell you. Where the hell is Steam? According to Steam, I have played, and this is not inclusive because I was playing Elite I was playing Elite back in the day when you had to walk both ways to get to your ship. But no, I was playing it before it was ported over to Steam. My playtime in Steam is 3,148 hours. That doesn't include my second account. Doesn't include all the non-Steam play that I've done. But that's still more than most other games that I've ever played. Even like Fallout New Vegas, I don't think I've got the near that many hours. Oh yeah, it's a round mission, so I have to go down. But yeah, the broadcast, they don't do the broadcast anymore, but Commander Scorpius does streams on Twitch with Church and Starstone's usually on those as well. And he was, for a while when Josh was also having his kid, Scorpius kind of filled in that need, and then now kind of takes that time slot. So usually on a Sunday, I like to throw on that, and I try to comment, but oftentimes I'll be watching the stream, lurking, and just listening to what's going on, laughing while I do the dishes, or, water the plant, and all that sort of fun stuff. And then, of course, I do my streams on Saturdays, which you're currently watching. And it's been fun. I think, soon, I don't know when. I gotta remember when I started streaming regularly, but I made a commitment. I'm like, I gotta do it every Saturday. I'm gonna stream. I don't know when the year anniversary of that is, but it's gonna be some point this year. That'll be a nice accomplishment. I don't think I've ever missed a Saturday. I think, maybe missed a Saturday, but then did a stream on a Sunday sort of thing, but I don't think I've actually not done a stream for 1 week. Tell me if I'm wrong.
You are allowed to take time off. You do realise that, don't you?
Oh, of course. But I mean, one stream a week, that's baby streams, Some people stream daily, right? What do I want?
Yeah,
do I want influence? I guess I want influence. Do it for the Dangus, right?
If it was for Balones nationalists, then yes. No, not nationalists. New Barbara Lane League.
New Barbara Line. Well, I can't apparently complete this mission. I think I have to wait for you to complete the shared mission. Where do I find that information? Transactions.
Okay, I'm just.
It says complete the contract at the terminal, but maybe you have. Wait, where'd it go? Oh no, it is complete. Okay, there you go. Okay, so you have to complete it, and then I can complete it. That's the rules. Them's the rules. Your go-to is you've been playing since we used Sidewinders as bookmarks. I still do. Because we have a bookmark limit. Okay, so this one is for New Barbara Lane. I guess I'll take Reputation because right now I'm unfriendly with them, and I need to, after murdering and genociding half their faction, okay, let's go for Reputation. Try and mend some bridges there. Like Frontier should be trying to do with their console users. Ghost Draft streams at the same time as you. I know, and it breaks my heart because this is the optimal time for me, and I tried to pick a day where not too many people were streaming. I know Scorb did his Sunday stuff, otherwise I do it at Sunday, but I like to watch his streams. And I love watching Ghost Draft, but this is my optimal time to stream, and sometimes you just have to look after what you need, right? And Yamix usually was doing a stream at 1, Ghost Draft usually does it 3. So, if I'm ever skipping a week, watch Ghost Draft, or watch them both. Put them on both in the same time in different monitors, and just, your attention span could go between the both of them. Or just leave them on and try to absorb both of them at the same time. Multitask, people! Multitasking! But no, I love Ghost Draft. They're one of my favorite Elite channels. They've always been, I think, a great mix of, fun, light-spirited comedy. They do some cool science stuff. And then I love the interaction between, Mars and Sparks, man. They're hilarious. What up, Space Mercenary? How you doing? I think we have time for one more mission. Can definitely do another mission.
That's good because I've got assassinate one person or assassinate 19. 19 sounds like a team.
Okay, is that Balones jet crew?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna accept. I got the same mission, so I'm gonna take that, and you take it, and let's see if we can share those missions with each other, and double up our profit.
Oh, nice! Double money for the same murder.
Okay.
That sounds economic.
I took my mission. Where even are you? Where'd you go?
I'm in my ship.
Oh, okay. Okay, so you've sent me that invite. I'm going to send you an invite for mine before I accept yours. Share mission. And then I'm going to accept yours. And yeah, double or nothing, eh? So literally the same mission appeared for both of us. We were able to accept them each individually and then share them. That is how you make some glitchy money. I like it. I like it a lot. I'm half tempted to just load up rockets on my ship and then we can just bomb that base from above, but I think we'll do it the old-fashioned way. Get out there on the ground and punch people in the noggin. Or shoot them in the eyes. For Takoso.
Oh, for Corso and for the console.
And for the console.
And yeah, no, it's just disappeared. I've just got the one.
Oh no. So Face Person is saying, decided to play Elite Dangerous on PlayStation 4 after months of pause to say goodbye and it won't stop stuttering. Did they? Oh my god. That sucks too, because it's just kind of like, yeah, like to rub it in. Like you're trying to do your farewell tour and then it's not working. I mean, it's kind of been the story of Elite Dangerous is, you know, it's like Neil Armstrong shit his pants and fell face first into the dirt, dragged himself forward, got up, made a speech, everyone cheered, and then he shot himself again multiple times until it became endearing. I mean, you shit your pants once, you're a monster. Shit your pants twice, you know, maybe see a doctor. But keep shitting your pants and eventually it becomes funny. And now it's your thing. What am I talking about? Alright, where do we have to go? We have to... Oh, this is like one of those things where it's like, yeah, you gotta kill these people, but we're not gonna tell you where to find them. Balones jet crew. So, we just have to find a base in Balones owned by the jet crew. I think there is one. Sometimes you take these missions and you find that faction has been... has like one facility and it's like shut down. And there's no one there, or they're already dead. Jet crew. Seidel's Forge! Oh! That's where we keep getting all those You know what? We probably could have found an assassination mission there and stacked that on top. I guarantee you.
That sounds about right. They can either hand out individual missions to a place or just go kill everyone.
Yep. Alright, heading to Seidel's Forge. Or Seidel's Forge? Seidel? I don't know. Someone call an English professor and tell me how to speak good.
I have no idea.
But yeah, so, you know, yeah, if you missed the earlier bit, I did a little eulogy at the beginning, and then did a little, I guess, stand-up routine or a little comedy bit about the console stuff. I'll cut that out of the stream and probably post it as a video to the channel after. But yeah, you know, we're trying to do some missions here and just talk through our fifis, right? It's disappointing news this week from Elite, but I think a lot of us were braced for it. You know, a lot of the comments that I've been seeing about it is like, yeah, we knew this was going to happen for months. We were just waiting for it, and the waiting was the torture. And this, you know, at least gives people some closure, right? But get a PC, continue on in the Odyssey. This is what I hope for. Frontier, you need to find a way to let the console people port their commanders over to PC if they have the ability to do so. Do anything less would be uncivilized. That's what you gotta do.
And the only incentive that they would have to do that, beyond going out and buying a PC, is knowing that all of their XP, their ships, their weapons, their complete character stuff that they've got, their cosmetics, all of that is going to come with them. If Frontier don't step up to that, then that will speak volumes about FDev.
Like right now, it's like you can liquidate they will liquidate your assets and you can move your account, but you only just get like credits. And it's like, no. I don't want to do the Guardian grind all over again. I don't want to do the engineering material gathering all over again. You know, like, granted, I still haven't finished many of those grinds, and even just like doing them up to the point where I'm at would be like, it would take me 3 years. I'm not going to do it. No, probably older and wiser, but at the same time, those like fun money-making exploits like Rhea passenger missions and Boran mining, those are not there anymore, right?
Yeah.
And you know, for someone who's been played for a long time and taken advantage of some of those gold rushes, like the thought of starting over again with no gold rushes in the current universe, and on top of that, you've now got the Odyssey grind on top of that.
Yeah, that's yeah. No.
Do not pass go.
No. Yeah. Bradford says no.
Bradford hates Frontier. Bradford is very angry. Shut up, Bradford. Before you kill my vocal cords. What are you talking about, Commander? Bradford's not gonna kill anything. He's angry, but he's only passive aggressive. Sorry, it really hurts to do that voice. I'm like half regretting the fact that I even brought Bradford back in any form of passion. There was a point where I was like, I could just let him disappear and never address the fact that. But if you saw the latest episode of Elite Dangus, Summerland Dangus, Bradford is back, and he's somehow in charge of Dangus investigations. It's like a Remington Steele situation. He just walked in and sat in the office and then just started taking the cases. You ever watch that show, Remington Steele?
Yeah, oh, yeah. I was going to
It's one of my
say that episode of Dangus was twisted, but yeah, Pierce Brosnan. Was it Pierce Brosnan?
Yeah, he couldn't do James. Like when Timothy Dalton was James Bond, they had actually offered the role to Pierce Brosnan, and he was going to take it. But Remington Steele had just had its first season, and I don't know what the reason was, but they decided to renew the show. Pierce Brosnan was trapped in that contract, couldn't do James Bond, so Timothy Dalton came in and did his 2 movies, and then they eventually got Pierce Brosnan in the role. And I would have loved, I mean, let me put it this way, I like Timothy Dalton a lot. I think his Bonds were cool. I can't imagine how Pierce Brosnan would have been in those, but I would love to have seen it, you know, like, if I could peer into an alternate universe where Remington Steele didn't get renewed and Pierce Brosnan was in License to Kill and The Living Daylights, I'd watch those. Yeah, you sense the danger for console during the Fleet Carrier beta. Played on and off after that. Got it free from Epic, and if they introduce save transfer, you try on PC. Yeah, I think, like, to be honest, it's like, I don't understand why they didn't have that prep. Like, to me, okay, if I knew that we were not going to do a console release, I would say, okay, what are the options? We got to give them an out, right? And we got to prepare it so when we make the announcement, say, hey, if you wish to transfer your account, click this link. Here's the process. Fill out the form, whatever it takes. That should have been ready. That should have been ready to go. They were asked about this, and the response from the community managers was, well, we are considering it, but we have nothing to announce at this time. Soon. You know, and you really, it does get a little grating when it's like, that's the response every time to everything, is we are considering it, but we don't know. Alright, disembarking.
And we have nothing further to add at this time. We will talk about it later.
We'll call ya. But then they never call. Alright.
Yeah.
And then Budman saying he's not a real person, he's a typewriter in a football team. Wait, what? What was that a reference to? I can't remember. I love it because I don't understand what the heck you're talking about. He's a typewriter in a football team. A typewriter and a football team. This is like I feel like this is a riddle. What is a football team that also is a typewriter? A Stenson? Is there a football team named a Stenson? Isn't that like a fancy typewriter? Alright, I'm gonna wait for Dark Heavy to get here before we begin the murder. I think I could see him up there. That chieftain coming down. I'll wait on the roof here, and we'll scout the area. So we need to kill 19 people, which is pretty much like everyone. Everyone!
I'm just wondering why I shouldn't unleash the dumb fires from hell and just start spraying the area, but maybe they have base defenses, so
I could try and shut down the base defenses, and we could coordinate a ground to aerial coordinated assault.
I just requested docking. Yes. Excuse me, can I land at your base and then come in and kill all of you, please? Apparently, yes, that's a thing.
Oh, bugger. I had the administrator in my sights. Don't look at me. Don't look at me. Don't look at me. Just go back to looking straight. Okay, don't look at me. Oh, he saw me. I think there might be some alarms going off very shortly. Stop moving around! You're making it difficult.
And that's okay.
Oh my god.
Because these
Yeah, hold
people
still.
are responsible for the death of a console. In
You know what?
Dangerous.
These people killed the console.
They
Let's
deserve
kill
it.
them. Okay, I am now being shot at. Ooh, your shields.
Very much longer.
Now this is my interesting build where my laser cannon will reload automatically in my pocket.
Oh, that's you. Sorry.
Okay, I'm gonna shut down the alarms. Bye-bye. Ooh, data pad. Interview recordings. Take their personnel files. Whoa, 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 whoa. Stop shooting me. Kill the guy with the shotgun first, of course. We'll throw a little grenade into the hall there. Okay, take a health pack. Oh my god, that was really intense, and I thought I was going to die there. Now, what's cool, though, is these massacre missions, you do not... if you die, it's totally cool, man. You'll just, like, respawn. You can just go back and kill them. Like, it doesn't... like an assassination mission, it won't, like, kill your progress. Alright, where are you, Administrator Man? Hey, you're the guy who rang the alarm on me, so you're dead. Alright, let me turn down anti-personnel turrets, point defense, anti-ship turrets. All of that is gone. And I'll download the security logs, just because, you know, you can never have too much data.
Nice.
I love Valor's like, shields, shields! I'm like, yeah, I always forget that shit. We're looking into it, nothing to announce right now. It really has become traumatic. It really is. And yeah, I agree. It's like a safe haven to them. It's like their safe statement where they can just, like, hopefully delay until someone else at the company needs to tell me what to say. And it's like, just come out and be honest and say, look, you know, it's been challenging. We fucked up a couple times. You know, everyone's working hard, and like, you know, we don't have the answer. But you know, there's gonna be something exciting soon. We'll let you know. I just said the same thing they say, but in different words. It's really no better. All right, who else wants to be murdered? You. What was his name? Erasmo Williams.
Oh,
the great Erasmo. Don't shoot me.
Sorry. Oh, sorry.
I know I kind of look like a bad guy, but you know, I'm good on the inside. All right, murdering people, going building by building and murdering people.
Murdering people.
And stealing data.
And you locked me out, so I'm gonna have to cut the door open.
I thought I disabled the authorization stuff. I guess I did not.
No,
I did
okay.
not.
I can use my laser burner, apparently.
Yeah, that's the one thing about the Dominator suit is you don't get to bring that fancy tool which lets you open panels. And that's where the Scavenger suit is a nice middle ground suit where, you know, you've got enough shields and stuff on you that you can take a little bit of a pounding, but you can also open up these puckers and steal dinosaur bones and stuff like that. I don't know why, but... and I also got the extra backpack storage on my Scavenger suit, and that certainly makes looting more pleasurable.
Hell yeah.
The Dominator suit is great, though, for combat zones, and just when you want to be saucy in general. If you're going to come down and slaughter a base, then Dominator suit is the way to go.
Nah, well, I'm very much attached to my my Scavenger suit with the extra backpack capacity. It is very much middle of the ground. It's jack of all trades, master of none. But boy, it can hold its own in a medium combat zone. I think I've got, other than the extra backpack capacity, the extra jump assist and what is it, extra ammo or something like that. But it rocks.
Manufacturing instructions, two of them.
What?
2 manufacturing instructions in this one panel.
No
Come over here. It probably will be the same for you. This is
Enjoy.
probably the best.
Yep.
I'm like, you need manufacturing instructions in almost every upgrade. Like suit upgrades, weapon upgrades, they all need that stuff, so it's like the most valuable commodity. Other than human life, which apparently has no value. Because we're just like murdering scientists.
Yes, and everyone at a base. But don't forget, don't take your eyes off the mission. These people were responsible for the end of control, so spare them no mercy.
It's true, and we need to show them justice. And how many people do we have left to murder? Like, how are we doing in terms of the missions? And are they both updating? So this one is at 19 out of 19. Okay, so we're done that. And number... Oh, they're both done. Well, there you go. Double whammy.
Is everyone dead?
Everyone is dead. Well, I don't know if everyone's dead, but we've, like, fulfilled our quota. Still, you know, like you said, these people are responsible for consoles, so, if there is anyone surviving, let's check the computers. The staff list will be up to date, and let us know if anyone has survived our wrath. Ooh, there's one guy alive! Okay, there's one guy to kill, and then we will have literally genocided everyone. Where is he? He's this way.
Oh, it's drone.
Oh, he's in the power station. What about drones?
Do we get to kill the sentry skimmer as well?
It's so weird is that, like, okay, like, the sentry skimmers seem to not give a shit when, like, I don't know if it's like they're tied into the alarms. Maybe if you disable the alarms, you don't have to worry about the sentry skimmers. But I feel like, you know, if they've got, like, ground-based turrets and they've got land-based turrets and all that sort of fun jazz, like, the sentry skimmer should have, like, a power-on, power-down strategy involved in it. But they don't. You just turn off the alarms and they leave you the heck alone. But yeah, now we murdered everyone, and I think I'm going to take their power regulator because I can.
You can. Yeah.
I want.
That's the best excuse ever.
And we'll see. Maybe there's some ionized gas in here. Sometimes you will find ionized gas. I wish I could open up this keypad. Oh, you know what? I can if there is a computer in here, which there is not. You can get the codes for these from the keypads if you have level 3 access. Maybe we can find a computer in time. Just to look for that little screen symbol. There we go. There's one over there. Tutorial. This is how you hack the datas. So you go to facility, find the power station, and then go, okay, 2139 is the code. So now I can go back. Now this is like pretty cumbersome to do. E-breaches are another thing that you could do, but you have to manually pull them out of your ship and remember to do so. Now what's kind of cool about this is that it actually does freeze in the code until you go to enter it, and then it disappears and you're like, oh shit, I didn't memorize it. But it's 2139. 2139. Enter. Ooh, inertia canister, compression liquefied gas, and building schematics. Which to me, like, what is building schematics? Does that mean we're gonna get base building after they finish the deconsolification of the game? Are they gonna add that? Who knows? We don't have a roadmap, which is really annoying. Like, again, you're gonna announce the console stuff. You're gonna disappoint a lot of people. You better damn well have some stuff in the next month that gets people on the PC side reassured that we will not share this fate. Ray Mobula saying your meta strategy is to take out the power plant staff first, then get their level 3 access, then turn into a murder hobo. That's pretty good. I mean, it depends on the base. Some of the power plants are really hard to get into until you have level 3, and sometimes the only other place that you can find that level 3 access is in like the control room. Sometimes you have to like find level 1 access, open this door. There's a guy with level 2 inside, take his profile. That gets you to level 3. But I like it. I like just going for level 3. Cut out all the middleman. Take me right to the boss. Whee! I'm gonna stand in the steam. Oh, that's refreshing. Haven't had a shower for days. In space, you don't need to shower.
In space, nobody can hear you poop in your pants.
Nobody can smell you scream. Alright, yoink! I will take that. And we've left this base devoid of humanity. Everyone... Wait. If the power is out, how am I able to walk around without my helmet off? How is the atmosphere... I guess there's like backup generators or something. Seems a little weird, though. Also, the door is open. Anyway. Alright, we did it! Yay! Now let's go back and reap our double reward. And honestly, okay, look at that sunset. How nice does that look? I do like it. There's Dark Heavy. Honestly, the chieftains look like frogs. It's so obvious.
They do, but they're just like boom boom frogs.
What are you shooting? You're just shooting missiles at the sunset.
Yes.
You try to blow up the
This is
sun.
why we can't have nice things. I'm going to blow it up.
If you could blow up a sun in Elite, like, if you could, like, deliver so many tons of, like, hafnium-178 to, like, blow up a star, how cool would that be? I mean, the
That's
Thargoids
what
aren't
I'm
even doing
talking
that.
about.
Uh-oh,
Yeah.
uh-oh, hold on. What is not... I might have a data limit. Yep, I am at my data limit. I want to make sure I'm taking those manufacturing instructions. Visitor register, I'm fine losing that. Yeah, that looks good. All I really cared about were those manufacturing instructions. Those were critical. I think it's these storage limits. I don't understand, though.
You've got incoming hostiles have just landed at the base.
What?
There's an adder.
Backup team?
Stanley Byford. He was probably responsible for console.
He was? Well, then I think we got to do something about that then.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Oh my. Oh my.
There you go.
Is
Goodbye,
nowhere
Stanley.
safe? I love that he just disintegrated into a cloud of dust. There's not even like a remnant of scrap metal left. That was impressive.
He got his just desserts.
His just dessert. Alright, let's head back to Balones, cash these missions in, and then I will end a little bit early today. Usually I like to go about 3 hours, but I'm meeting up with friends later. I gotta actually text them back. But it's been a good stream, and I hope that, again, I hope you console commanders out there are not losing complete hope. I hope some of you can make the switch. I hope they do provide some kind of tool. Oh, we are in Balones. I thought we were in Wangaratti. I don't know why I thought that. But I hope they provide like the tools for the console owners to be able to come over to PC if they want and if they can. And I hope the ones that aren't, I hope they find another game to engross their time in. Outside of the streams lately, I haven't been playing too much Elite. I was doing a bit of mining the other day, and watch it. I find mining is a great activity if you're catching up on a series or something like that in the other window. It certainly helps fill that mind-numbing space. But, I haven't really been playing a lot. My plan is to get this next episode of Dangus done for the 00 Dangus series. And then I kind of want to do, like, a small-scale expedition. Like, just pick a nebula that's maybe, 5 to maximum 10k light years away. And just go out there and, do it. Got a girlfriend. What are you talking about? Was I talking about banging on the doorknob or something? Hey, what the hell did that mean? This COVID vaccine's really making me loopy. But yeah, like, I mean, I haven't been playing that much for the sake of playing. Like, it has got a little bit tired. I do hope that there's more to Update 11 than just Fleet Carrier Interiors. That will be cool to see. I'm sure and you know what? If it comes out next week, and I'm able to, I'll try and do a stream on the day it launches and just kind of, you know, we can do the first experience, maybe do a whole little fun exploration of carriers or whatever. And yeah, if there's a new mission type, that's cool, though, you know, is it one type of mission, or does that mission have a few different variations? Like, I hope it's more than just like, hey, here's like one major feature and two like kind of neat things, but it can only mean one thing. Is that what you think? You think I'm cheating on you with another lady? That you as in the collective audience of Dangarinos. No, I'd say I'm getting together with some old friends, like friends that go back to like high school days. Everyone's kind of like at that age where they're having kids or starting businesses and stuff like that, and it's very rare to get the whole gang together. And it's a very Canadian thing of like, hey, you guys want to get together? Yeah, when are you available? Well, I have a free space like 6 months from now if you want to like start coordinating with everyone. You know, it's been one of those things where like, yeah, we've had to coordinate and they got to do the logistics, getting a babysitter together. So it's nice to see these get the old gang back together. And it's one of those nights. So they don't happen that often anymore. So it's nice to see old friends and whatnot. But yeah, I mean, after Update 11, we don't know. We enter this sort of what is after that, and I do hope that they, you know, I don't know if it, like, let me put it this way. I think Update 11 will still be overshadowed by the news this week, right? Even if they launch it and it's got a few extra features, it's not going to reverse the loss of what people are feeling this week. But maybe 3 months from now, if they've kept consistent, if they've kept adding new content, new concourse variations, new types of bases, new guns, I don't know, like new stuff, minimize the grind, fix the crime and punishment system, fix multi-crew, add some more CQC stuff, you know what I mean? Just show us that, you know, this decision that was painful at least will lead to the promised land of, you know, regular updates and look a little bit more like No Man's Sky, right? If that's the case, then I think, you know, people will understand it, right? The console people will not be happy about it, but they'll probably come to terms with it easier. So the ball's in your court now, Frontier. I mean, you got a lot of balls in your court. Too many balls, I might say. You got a sack full of balls. You got some balls. But now let's see how you use them.
Amen.
Put your balls in our court, Frontier. Actually, wait, I don't know. It's like, is this euphemism still? Anyway, innuendo is what I was looking for, not euphemism. Is euphemism also mildly sexual? Is that what that means? Sometimes I just like know words and don't know what they mean.
Euphemism, yeah, analogy, metaphor, something could be sexual if you use it in that context, I think, but I'm nobody's idea of a grammar Nazi.
Yeah, see, Space Mariners, they stopped with development updates, so after Update 11, it's dark for now. Well, I mean, again, we don't know, like, what are they doing? Like, they haven't communicated still. So I think that you know, that's totally on them, right? And you know, as much as I love Elite, it's just like, you know, Frontier needs to do a little bit of, like, you know, restructuring how they go about doing things. And this is not new, right? This has been the last, like, 4 years, I think. Really, like, Horizon started off very strong. There were a lot of new features being added. And it was a couple years into Horizons where we kind of realized, like, oh, yeah, they dropped multi-crew on us, it's busted as shit, and they're not, like, really fixing it. They're still adding new stuff, but they're not going back and fixing the half-broken stuff that they have added. And that's where I think the frustration really started to settle in. And it's like, oh yeah, like, multi-crew still busted, CQC still sucks, but hey, we have a new currency called ARCs. Okay. And since then, it's just been, you know, for every step forward, it feels like 2 steps back, right? Even when over time Odyssey did become good, I think the perceptions of it are still pretty low, right? And again, I'm fine with it, but only because I do expect them to continue refining it. But every update that goes on, every month that passes with no roadmap, it becomes harder and harder to say that without, feeling like, oh, I'm gonna be totally wrong about this, aren't I? And I want Frontier to have some wins. I want this game to do well for renewed interest and vigor in the Elite Dangus universe, right? That's what I would like to see. But I can't do it. It's not my job. That's Frontier's cup of tea. And their Earl Grey hot is getting cold. I will say also, I watched the first couple episodes of the Picard Season 2 show. I did not like the first season. I found it to be really trite, really all over the place, didn't really have its own feel or identity, didn't really like the characters. I found everyone, like, they tried to make everyone like this, like, complex character with a shady backstory. Oh yeah, like, they're all murderers, and like, this is not really, it didn't feel Star Trek. Season 2 has not been on the level of like TNG or Deep Space Nine or Original Trek for me, but it has improved. It is much better than Season 1, much less annoying. There's no Admiral being like, Picard, you fucking moron! Like, Season 1 was a little bit too edgy. Season 2, it looks like they've taken some feedback. I still don't think it's great, but I am enjoying it. At least the first 2 episodes. So, if you didn't like Season 1, you don't even need to know what happened in Season 1. Literally, like, some stupid shit happens in the end of Season 1. That made me angry. That made me severely angry and be like, this is stupid. I hate Star Trek now. Season 2, you can go into it without even having watched Season 1. It doesn't matter. And it's better. It's the best modern Star Trek. At least the first 2 episodes have been the better episodes that I've seen from a modern Star Trek thing. So that's a little small ray of hope for Trekkies out there. Or Trekkers. Alright, let's cash this shit in. What do we get? What do we get for our... And we were doing this for a new Barbalin. Ooh, weapon schematic. I'm going to take that. I need that. That's always good stuff to have. And maybe they won't be so mad at me anymore. Okay, so for this one, I can't take that. I'm all dated out. So I guess, do I want to take... Oh, this is for Dangus investigations. Okay, I'll take the influence then. Support the Dangus. Small, medium, and large Guardian hybrid ships. Fuck yeah. I want to fly a Thargoid scout. I want to be able to fly a Thargoid ship. And absolutely, we should be getting... I think, like, okay, I don't think we should be getting, like, Guardian ships, but, like, here's a ship that a company has come out and they've taken Guardian orbs, and over the past few years, they refined them, and they've built these special ships that are, like, human Guardian ships. Like, totally Guardian powered and all Guardian technology, but, like, built by humans. I think that's how it should be. That would be super dope. I would love that, actually. And Thargoid ships, too. I want to fly around in a Scout or a giant cosmic sunflower and have incredible turning velocities. That would be super cool. But anyway, so... Yeah, I think that brings us pretty much to the end of the stream. We'll just cap things off here. So, first of all, big salute and 07 to those who came through and endured this funeral march for the console brethren. And, again, I hope that people out there who are playing on console, I hope that someone is out there to console you. But as for the rest of us PC people, I hope that at least we get some fucking updates. Please, Frontier, please, Papa Frontier, give me more updates, please. But anyway, I hope you guys have a great rest of the Saturday. Derek Heavy, do you have anything that you want to say? Any final words for this stream? Any words of wisdom to lead us out into the glorious future of today?
No, only consolations to the console. I hope we have avenged you this night.
Hopefully we've done our part, but there's still more to do. But yeah, I'll see you guys next Saturday. I don't know what the heck we're going to stream. I think I had a couple ideas, but I'll figure it out later. Don't worry about it. But if we do like that, like Fleet Carrier stuff launches next week and I have time to stream, I'll try to do it maybe a random weekday stream. It should be the last week where I can really do it. Yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the stream. 07 and fly Dangus. Goodbye. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
And ended. Wonderful.